I will pray for you, but if you get on my nerve, I will cuss you smooth out. My mouth ain't under control yet, and I can throw these hands. And let me tell you something, if I get my hands on you, I promise you, you gonna know you've been in a fight. But I'm trying not to go there because I'm in transition.
Woo-wee, buckle up because we are in for a ride today. We are talking to Real Housewives of Potomac. Look, I'm not holding back. I didn't come here to appease and please and say all of the little nice things and be politically correct and play nice in the sandbox. Not today. Not today. We are talking season 10, episode 15. I have a completely different take. Of course, which is why some of y'all stalk me on social media, all up in the Instagram like P. Diddy, all up in the video. Don't be coming on Instagram messing with me because I may curse you out. Okay, this not YouTube where I'm going to be polite and welcome kings and queens and I hone in on the psychological. If you got enough audacity to be trolling and following me and popping up in places where I'm commenting, talking crap all under my comment. Look, I kind of look at Instagram as my personal life. I'm not Queen Sheba on Instagram. I'm just a lady that's commenting and y'all bringing all that foolishness over there. I'm blocking, I'm pop locking and dropping hoes on Instagram. I do it every day. Quit playing with me. And then talking about Queen Sheba, why you blocking me? Girl, I'm not gonna play with you. This ain't YouTube. My cup don't run it over with patience on Instagram. Girl, I'm just a regular person on Instagram. You can come with that if you want. Girl, I'm gonna restrict you. I'm gonna pop lock and block you. And you're gonna be talking to yourself. And the whole time you think you cooking and everybody can see what you said. And from the start, I done restricted the hell out of you. Full speed ahead. You the only one that can see what you can see. And you wonder, why ain't nobody? I know I just read that whole for filth. Why ain't nobody like it? Girl, when you came out the gate, girl, you was restricted. I start with a good old restrict. I start you on restriction. I do not play in my personal life, and I consider Instagram to be my personal life. Y'all, they be fighting with me on Instagram. I can't talk about dogs. They want to argue with me about dogs. Okay. Then they talk. Who is that girl named Mickey? Mickey with the 2 ponytails in her head. Girl, I finally blocked your ass because I'm tired of you. Everywhere I go, there she go. She must have her notifications on because I'm over there talking about, I'm minding my damn business. I'm way over there on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Here she come, talking crap. I'm talking to Kyle. I'm not talking to you. Here she come. I told Kyle, look, black people don't say Kyle, we say Kyle. Was that you? I thought that was you. I said, hold on, let me lower my voice. I said, that's a good looking man. He kind of looked like Trey. I knew that was you. Send it again. I thought that I was like, oh, I knew that was you. Send it again. I was like, he looked like Trey, but I don't think Trey looked that good. But he looked like him. So yeah, I'm over there. Send it to me. Just resend it. And I bet that's you. So I'm over there minding my damn business on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, going in on Kyle, right? Telling her, girl, please. She talking about she's disappointed in Ashley. I said, girl, please, you over here with a whole girlfriend named Morgan. Everybody else, what that mean? What that mean? So and blue. There's this one commenter that came on, you all up Gizelle's. Psh. And I thought, what the fuck does Gizelle have to do with this? So I was about to say something real spiteful. And then I remember what the Buddhist monk said. Today will be a peaceful day. They say it 5 times. That was 1. Today will be a peaceful day. That's 2. Today will be a peaceful day. That's 3. 4. 5. Today will be a peaceful day. But shit, if it's going to be peaceful, let me see who this is. Sure enough, I clicked on her profile. I said, I know you lying. I know damn well you lying. Toot, what you say today will be a peaceful day. I said, I know you lying. I know that ain't who I think it is.
I heard about you. I was waiting on you at the door.
So I don't know the girl, but I clicked on her profile. And sure enough, it said restricted. I said, well, shit, what I restrict her for? And then I looked at the picture and saw those damn Mickey Mouse ass ponytails in her head as a grown ass woman. Hence the reason she calls herself Mickey. And Mickey. Hey, Mickey. Since you like to follow me, Mickey. Mickey. Where you at, girl? But listen, I said, now this is the lady that trolled me for days behind Married to Medicine. And here she go with her dusty, raggedy ass over here way in Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. All in my shit, not knowing that she's been restricted. Girl, can't nobody see you but you. But you know what? You on one today. Hold on. Who was over there? Sandra P. You was over there. You probably didn't know that. Sandra. Here goes Sandra P. popping up. I say, Sandra P. don't even know she done walked into a war zone. So I said, ma'am, you're starting to scare me. I've just noticed that you're tracking me on social media. Baby, that lady went off on me. I woke up this morning, that lady went off on me. I said, I'm tired of this. And I blocked her ass. I pop-locked and blocked it. That's it. That's all. We're talking to Real Housewives of Potomac. Don't be following me on Instagram expecting me to be nice. Okay? Don't be following me on Instagram where I'm in a shade room expecting me to be politically correct. I'm off the clock. And you just may catch a stray bothering me. Now, if you come to YouTube, that's different, but I'm not facilitating a platform and I'm going to say whatever the hell I want. And I just may run you back to first base. That's it. That's all. All right. Y'all ready to jump into what we got to talk about today? The Real Housewives of Potomac. Angel, you dropped the ball. That's it. That's all. That's it. That's all. You dropped the ball. And I think I'm looking at this thing way differently than y'all. I expect Gizelle to be a bitch. I expect Gizelle to be a meanie. She's been consistent with who she is. But the fact is, she is who she is. We may not like it. It may be irritating, but she's always stuck to the script as it remains to being consistent in who she is. She had some VIP moments at the start of the season without Robin, but just like clockwork, she defaulted to her regular position. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. I'm not mad at Gizelle for being Gizelle. That's why she's a housewife. Period. That's why she's a housewife. What the hell y'all talking about? Gizelle has been consistent day after day after day. And let me tell you something. I can ride with consistency. I can get in the car with consistency. As a matter of fact, move, bitch. Get out the way. Get out the way. I want the front seat. I call shotgun, because as long as you're consistent, as long as I know who you are, I know what you coming with. It's the tricks and the games that Angel plays, that things that make you go, say, well, who are you? And I've been so confused by Angel for the past 15 episodes. I could not figure out what the hell was going on with Angel. 1 minute, I'm like, okay, here she come. And then boom, she drops the ball. First of all, this entire trip, episodes 13, 14, and 15 is on her. She dropped the freaking ball. And right when she makes progress, right when she takes 2 steps forward, she takes a step back by her own doing. By her own doing. Angel decided to pick a fight that she could not win. And she's seeing the repercussions of that. And y'all, oh, Giselle's bullying her. No, Angel took her shot. She swung and she missed. She overcalculated. Angel thought that by getting them off of their territory and by dangling her house in front of them, that she was going to call the shots and get to be the HBIC, and it did not work like that. And as a matter of fact, I'm finna really go out there. I'm finna really go out there on the limb. I think Angel's a liar. Yeah. I think Angel's a liar. There's this white man. I don't know his name. He's a white blogger, content creator. He's been on Instagram. He came up in my algorithm and he read Angel for filth. He was clocking her. I was like, yep. He's seeing what's happening. And then all of a sudden he switched gears. He was the one that dropped the story about, oh, this is production's fault. He dropped it and everybody picked it up and ran with it. And I said, that's interesting. How come he's the only one with the story about production? Ain't nobody else got nothing else? Huh? He completely switched his stance, changed up his dialogue, changed up his narrative. And Giorgio, let me look. Hold on. You might be right. Let me look real quick. He got dark hair. Hold on. I'm going to tell you right now. Giorgio. Hold on. Orgio. Look, you know how them old folks, Georg, Giorgio, Gorio. Hold on. Yeah, that's him.
Let's discuss Amanda France.
Yes, that's him. He flipped out of nowhere, and I said, I've been doing this too long. Who turned you? Who bit you on the neck and turned you? He flipped, y'all. Go. Okay, I ain't gonna say follow him. You ain't gotta follow him. He was spot on with Angel, and then all of a sudden he completely flipped. And I said, who turned you? Somebody got a hold of you. Somebody got you to skew the narrative in her direction, and you're the only one that seems to have inside access to this information. I don't believe it. It's a lie. I'm gonna go with my first thought. Angel's a liar. That's what I'm coming up with, right? Watch this. Follow me very closely. I have not been able to figure out the deal with Angel. And I flip-flop between Angel and Bobby and Angel and Bobby. And then I get with Angel. Then I see Angel with the ladies. And I see Angel with Bobby. And Angel's not the same person as she is when she's with the ladies than when she's with Bobby, and vice versa. And then finally it hit me. I said, Angel's a liar. This is me. Watching my television, watching this episode. And the crazy part is she's good at it because it took me 15 episodes to figure it out. She's good. We're dealing with a professional. Hats off to you. Normally I can clock it. I knew something was off. I just didn't know what. These are my personal beliefs. I said, she's a liar. And depending on who she's in front of is the story that she tells. I didn't understand Bobby's dominance. I didn't understand his aggressiveness or his almost offensive demeanor towards the women. I didn't understand it. And I said, I get it now. She's a liar. She's going back home playing victim. And then she's coming back to them playing a different role. And she's just code switching. So he's wanting to protect her and save her against all of these nasty, bitty old women who wish they were her and in her shoes. And then in front of them, she's Superwoman. Award-winning home. More money than you can count. Private jets, but you don't know where you're going. When you have an excursion business that's based and geared around giving tours, you don't know where to go fishing. You don't know where the water is in your own town. You're a liar. Watch me. Hold on. We're going to be all over the place. I think I finally figured it out. Production probably did pick the house. I give them that. Production probably did pick the house at the last minute. I give them that. But y'all are not asking the right questions. Why? Production ain't never picked no house at the last minute before. Production has never, ever put the women in a situation before where they did not have running water. I don't think you all understand the gravity of the situation. Why the fuck would production put the women in a situation where they do not have access to the bare necessities? Because they were blindsided by a liar. Watch this. Listen, hold on. They did pick the house. They did pick it at the last minute. We're talking about a multi-billion-dollar corporation, NBC, Peacock, Bravo. Do you not think they have the wherewithal, the resources, and the calendar to pick out a house ahead of time? Yes, they do. But y'all have not been listening. Gizelle said Angel pitched the trip months ago under the pretense to the girls. Listen, to the girls, that you're coming to my house for a girls trip. So production didn't need to pick a house if Angel pitched a trip as if all of the women are coming to our house. Write that down. Write it down. That's what she told the girls. That's what she told production. However, that's not what she told Bobby. I put 2 and 2 together. What she told Bobby and what she sold Bobby is this is going to be a couples trip. She sold Bobby, and we'll get to have your friends over and my friends over and 1 or 2 of the girls with men, and we'll get to promote our business. Angel is lying to her husband to be on this show. Bobby didn't shut anything down. I understand what you're saying, but you got to take in the full picture. Angel lied to her husband. Angel lied to production. Angel lied to the girls. She sold a couple's trip to her husband in order to get him to agree to allow the cameras in to film so that he could feel like the good provider, the good man that he is. Hey, look at what I'm doing. Almost like MTV Cribs, because there's also a spin. I think there's a clip on Bravo of, hey, welcome to our home. Does that not remind you of MTV Cribs? Angel lied to her husband that this would be an opportunity for them to generate income and resources and promo for this booming business post NFL for Bobby to blow up with this fly fishing and all of this. That's why those men were there, because it was already set in stone that these other couples, did you not see the other wives around that were not housewives? The Asian lady with the mixed kids, the men sitting there with cigars. That's why Angel dropped. This is a very wealthy client. It was just completely out of order. It didn't make sense for the housewives. It's never happened like that before. Ever. Even with Lisa Vanderpump, you don't see her going around the round table introducing people as very wealthy, lucrative clients. This is my friend Bob and his wife Shirley. This is Julia and her husband Timothy. That's it. That's all you get from those women with money. But because she lied, she had to make good on it, which is why it was an awkward scene of the men sitting there looking like, well, what the fuck is going on? Because that's not what she sold to Bobby, and that's not what Bobby sold to them. That's not what she sold to production, and that's not what she sold to the ladies. So at the end of the day, she's scrambling to fix her life in real time because she has 3 or 4 different lies going on. At the end, when production, it was supposed to be a couples trip. You never said that on the show. You never, ever said that on the show, and neither did any of the ladies. Not Tia, not Kiarna. Nobody ever said that. Nobody. Watch this. If it were supposed to be a couple show, you would have ran it by the couples. You're a liar. But what they did say is, from when they found out later on that they were not going to be staying together, you reached out to Jazzy, you reached out to Kiarna, and you reached out to Tia to bring them to your home. And you still didn't have the room to accommodate 3. So you cut off 1. It was never supposed to be a couples trip When have we did couples only trips on the Real Housewives of anything? When the focal point of the show is centered around the women. Stop playing with us. Y'all fall for anything. Y'all fall for anything. And you notice she didn't say that shit on camera. She said it on podcasts where she can't be checked by production. It was never supposed to be you're lying, but that's what you told your husband. So you got to keep up the lie in the interviews on the podcast, right? But on the show, everything's falling apart because your husband can't track or follow. He doesn't understand why these broads are asking you to do pajama parties. So now you looking stupid on camera, selling a lie to your husband. And now you got to take it all the way. No, I really don't want to go. I'd rather be with you, baby. I'd rather be with the kids, baby. Any moment I got, it's yours. All of that stupid stuff. Right? It just didn't fit. And if it don't fit, you must have quit. Angel lied. It finally hit me. It took me 50. Listen, either I'm getting slower or she's good. Wait. I said, Angel done sat here and lied. She lied to Bravo, but she cleaned it up. She lied to Bobby, and she lied to the ladies. Let me tell you something. The proof is in the pudding. For those of you saying, oh, it could have been a couple's trip. Well, according to Angel, it was supposed to be a couple's trip, but most of the ladies don't have a man. You're a lie. Only 3 of them don't have a man. There's 10 or 11 of y'all. So the majority of you do have a man. Only 3 don't have a man. Ashley, Gizelle, and who else? Monique. Everybody else got a man. You're a liar. Do y'all ever stop and think? Everybody else got a man. And even Monique got a man. She just don't show him. So really 2 don't. Really 1. Because Ashley could have brought the white boy. But I get what she's saying. Long-term relationships. Okay, so 3. But all the rest of the 7 or the 8 of yous, you got a man. Period. That's a lie. That's it. I think she pitched a couple's trip, but I think she pitched it to Bobby. That's where it started, and that's where it ended. I'm telling you, I feel very strongly that the girl is a liar. It doesn't make sense. Something is off with Angel. How you get 2-3 hours off grid from where you're supposed to be in a town where you run a business, and this is all you do every day. I don't really think that Wanderlust is up and running. I think you thought this was your opportunity to get it up and running. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Those were their friends. Did you notice that when they, that's what I'm saying. Did you see the other women with their children? So, you know what? Bobby may have thought, you know what? Let me stop. I do think she pitched a couple's trip to her husband. And she never took it off the table to her husband. Watch this. Now, hold on. I'm thinking out loud. She told her husband it was going to be a couple's trip. I believe that. I believe that's through and through. But she never told her husband the real truth, that all the other women would be coming. So she waited until the end, till she couldn't probably lie anymore, to production. And when I say production, I mean Bravo. See, she can keep up the lie to her husband, but she can't keep up the lie to the other side. So then she had to reveal, for whatever reason, oh, I can't get whatever she told them. We don't know because production hasn't said it yet. We're going to find out on that reunion. Andy's going to say it. I guarantee you. Trey said, now I can believe that. Watch this. Follow me. Told Bobby it's going to be a couple's trip. He probably reluctantly or whatever agreed, like a daddy, you could have 2 or 3 girls. That's it. As a result, she picked 2 to 3 girls. Bobby's still under the impression it's a couple's trip. She told the other girls it's a girls' trip, meaning when I say the others, Bravo production, the women, it's a girls' trip. Couldn't lie anymore. We got closer on time, comes back to production, says A, B, C, D, whatever reason, I'm not going to be able to accommodate everybody, but I can still get 2 in my house. Guess what you do? Production's not going to come out to Colorado for 2 women. It's a waste of resources. So production, Bravo at the last minute, in high season, scrambles for a house, finds a $1.3 million house, don't have boots on the ground to really go in and get a feel for the house. Probably feels, okay, the house, it's a nice house. The market price is $1.3 million. The lady should be okay. It's still her trip, right? We can help with that because we got to get the cameras down there. Watch this. We're not just going to send 2 ladies. That's what she thought was going to happen. See, she's manipulative. She thought at the last minute, Bravo would just have those cameras in her house with her friends, Tia and Kiarna. See, Angel is a manipulative, lying, conniving. I don't know yet. I'm still trying to put my fingers on it. And I think she's gotten away with it for quite some time, because even when she was accused of stealing money from Bobby, the result of that, whether she did it or not, was marriage. Even when she was accused of not taking her birth control and hiding it to get pregnant by an NFL player, the result of that was he still married her. So that tells me, I don't know if she did that or not, but that's what was discussed on the show. That's what Jazzy said, girl. That's what Bobby's manager, his agent, came to him and said, hey, this one you're dealing with is manipulative. This one that you're dealing with is conniving. This girl is stealing money from you. This girl, I don't know if it's true, right? Just based on what she's sharing, her and Jazzy going back and forth. And not only that, she purposely got pregnant. She's hiding her birth control. They said, allegedly, that Angel confided in another wag that she hid her birth control and stopped taking it in order to get pregnant by Bobby. Why is all of this important? Because if you go that far, and that's what the wag community, the other wives are whispering about you, I know you would lie to your husband about a couple's trip. It's not that I don't like her. I'm just talking about the show, y'all. I think she's very pretty, though. But if it don't make dollars, then it don't make sense. It was on the show. What y'all, are y'all watching? Oh, see, y'all not even watching the show. Y'all said, I've never heard this. Y'all, they talked about it on the show when they went away for Jazzy's bachelorette party. Angel was really upset because Jazzy got a phone call. Jazzy got a phone call from one of her whack friends to be like, let me, and Nevis, thank you. I cannot believe y'all missed that whole episode. Hey, Pearl, who's a liar? No, I'm not lying. It happened. Okay, y'all can see, I'm finna end the live now. Y'all don't remember this from the episode? Oh my God, y'all, it happened in Nevis. You remember when Angel, the camera didn't catch it. And the girls got upset because they felt like Angel was being manipulative because she was having a very intense, a very deep conversation with Jazzy that she didn't want on camera. That's when they say, hey, it's not fair. We don't like what you're doing. You're having these sidebar conversations. They've been peeped her. They said, you're in Nevis. You're having these, you're conveniently waiting until the cameras go down, and then you're talking about stuff that should be on camera, i.e., you hid your birth control. You got pregnant on purpose. Bobby's agent didn't like you. They called Bobby. They had a meeting on the phone to out you. Whatever you said, whatever you did, Bobby believed you, whatever. But the person that you confided in told their husband what you were doing. Their husband called the football agent, allegedly. The agent was like, hell no. Let me tell Bobby. This was Angel and Jazzy going back and forth. Angel said that this was somebody that she had confided in and she thought was her friend, not Jazzy, y'all. Remember, she was new. She had befriended one of the wives. She wasn't a wife yet. So I said all of that to say, if you can get involved in that type of scandal, see, that's not a normal scandal that most of us have been accused of stealing thousands of dollars from our husbands before we met them, or hiding birth control. Some people do it, but thoughts typically do that. That's typically thought behavior, right? I'm not calling her a thought, but that's typically what thoughts are known for. These girls that kind of randomly get pregnant by these NFL stars, these entertainers, rappers, whatever. Okay. If you can get caught up in that kind of scandal, I know damn well you can get caught up in kind of telling a little white lie to your husband, who seems to be a very private guy, who enjoys having a private life. Yeah, it's just going to be a couple's trip. Just one or two girls, because, you know, she already talking shit about the rest of the ladies. Ain't none of them got a man. So I'm only inviting 2 or 3 of them, Tia, Kiarna, and Jazzy. Yeah, but what about the ones that do? It's 11 of y'all. Only 3 don't have a man. So this is what you're running with your husband, but you're selling production a whole trip because they're not going to come down there. Look at how this works. They're not coming down there for you and Bobby, Kiarna, and Tia, and Jazzy. None of you are the OGs. Are y'all following? Neither one of you are OGs, originals. Hell no. So at the last minute, shucks, she came up with something like she probably normally does in her real life. I think you are seeing Angel's real life. Y'all keep saying, I want to see her real life. I think that is her real life. The manipulation, the scheming of it all. I really do. And it's not about me not liking her. It took me 15 episodes to say, why is this not making sense to me? I think Angel wears many faces. I think she pretends to be this doting, loving wife. I'm here. And maybe she is a doting, loving wife. Let me not say pretend. I'll take that back. I think on one side, she's a doting, loving wife. I love being a mom, a stay-at-home mom, and I got to run with that. And that's a story I have to sell Bobby if I'm going to be on the Real Housewives of Potomac. I have to tie it back into the family. I have to make it make sense to him. And then I have to tie it in so that it makes sense. Oh, Wonderlust. And listen, I think you're a liar because you said on one they're getting us ready for episode 16. But at the conclusion of episode 15, what you said is, I'm not sure that I'll be returning to Potomac. Then why did you tell us you purchased a house there? Who purchases a house in Potomac only to say, I'm not sure that I'm going to return? That doesn't make sense to me. That's the first thing. So production didn't set anybody up. Why would they want to put the women in a house where the heat rises almost to 90 degrees? They don't want that type of liability. Angel set everybody up by not being forthcoming, basically by lying. Hell, ain't nobody gonna rent out a $1.3 million house just to have the damn heat be turned on to 90 degrees. That was a last minute thing. And I do believe production picked that house. They're not familiar with that area, but they did it because the Angel, I believe, was not forthcoming. And she still wasn't forthcoming until the ladies arrived in Colorado. It was then that they effed around and realized, we're not at your house. You could have said that when you found out that production was going to get the house. You still didn't tell the truth. And I believe you still didn't tell Bobby. I think Bobby's going to find out when now he's going to see why all of the women are mad at you. That's why the men were looking crazy. And then you have Tia and Jazzy going back and forth about like the disciples regarding who's the right-hand man of Jesus, Angel, aka Angel. I don't like Jazzy no more. See, now Trey, I'll tell you when I'm not a fan of somebody. I don't like Jazzy no more. Because if the girl wanted you in her house, you would have been in her house. You took a shot at Tia for no damn reason. Tia didn't get nothing by default. When push came to shove, Angel gave you your walking papers and put your ass in that house with no water. Period. Now, let's talk about it. Hold on, y'all. It's a huge deal not to have water. You can't have coffee. Let's listen. I don't think y'all really understand to be somewhere for a freaking weekend and not have water. If you're on your cycle, if you need to take a shower, make coffee, wash the dishes, wash off your fruit. You said you have me laughing at Angel is a liar, the way I be talking. That's a big deal. You can't flush the toilet from poop when you poo-poo and pee-pee. You can't wipe your butt right. Nobody wants to be in a house where you have to do all of that and can't properly take care of your hygiene. That's BS. And even if production picked the house, you hosted the trip. You never called and checked on them. You gave them your ass to kiss. That's why you failed. I can understand you not picking a house, but you put everybody in a position to be at a separate house. At the end of the day, no matter how you slice it and dice it, you created this situation. You created this crazy, and you're not woman enough to step up to the plate and say, you know what, my bad. You can't even wash your hands after wiping your behind. That's why I'm going to ride with Gizelle. I didn't really like her delivery, but I get it. Ain't nobody got time for all of that. As a grown woman, all of you, let's say all of the women, these are housewives. Girl, you're not on Love and Hip Hop. This ain't, what's the name of that show? What's the name of that show, y'all? Naked and Afraid. You was wrong for that. Dead ass wrong for that. And listen, a lot of y'all, let's talk now. I'm going to open up the lines for y'all to get y'all lick back on me. She dropped them girls off like they do on Naked and Afraid, where you get to take one tool, one resource. You could take a flashlight. You got to go hunt your food. You got to go find your water source. Oh my God. That's basically what it was. You was wrong for that and never called them, never checked on them. That's BS. Y'all, you not dealing with us. Regular folks. These women got enough money. They could have stayed their ass at home. Have you ever gone somewhere, listen, that's even below you and it's supposed to be good? And you say, I could have stayed my ass at home or I could have ate before I got here. I know you lying. And then the hours are so late where you can't go get nothing to eat. They out in the middle of nowhere. I can't go get nothing to eat. I can't go get a cocktail. I am literally stuck in this house. And these are y'all don't understand call times. When they drop their asses off, that's when they drop them off. She told you it's an hour and a half to and from. They said I was on social media. They said they were so far out. People that are from that area, they had no idea why they would be so far in the wilderness. But they was out there. So this wasn't an easy fix. Well, they could have left and went. Well, first of all, I got to summon the van. I got to call production, who has to call headquarters, who has to approve transportation. And then we're talking, depending on the time of day. In a perfect world, she said 90 minutes. Late at night, they said it's pitch black. Y'all heard them say how black it was out there. And we ain't got no damn water. And even if we drink wine or champagne, you ain't got no water to wash it down to take your BC powder. Hell no, you wrong as hell for that, Angel. That was wrong. I would be pissed off too. If you promised this damn Colorado, you know them damn girls would have never went to Colorado. Poor cell service. Thank you, Tia. Poor cell service. Ain't nobody going outside at night. She said they got mountain lions. You heard her name off all them animals. Thank you. The roads, like the old folks said, the roads are dark. Nah, that was detrimental. I would have went off too. Too late. Don't come over here damn near the last day. We done been here 4 or 5 days. Gonna tell me, let me apologize. Girl, fuck you. Now, production telling us to, what is it called, y'all? To finish it out. Come on, guys. We just paid a lot of money. We're not sure we're going to be. And then production was like, production did not want them to leave. They invested too much money, $14,000 a day. Fuck that. We're not putting y'all nowhere else. Of course, they were pissed. So that's why Gizelle took it upon herself to make connection with the 4 seasons. I don't think y'all understand what really happened. Because production was like, hell no, the budget is set. No. Yeah, you dropped the ball and you stayed lying and you stayed making excuses. And here's the thing. You have to look at this from a housewife's lens. Don't look at it from your house and my house and your house. Housewife lens. She knew she was signing up for a reality show. She know what cloth Bobby is cut from. Why the hell would you put yourself on a chopping block to host a trip and not already have the logistics of childcare ran down? I'll tell you why. Because she lied. The party was supposed to be at her house the entire time with 2 or 3 women. She didn't have to ask Bobby, mother may I, father may I, because he's so strict. She had to check with Bobby because she lied. So she's busy cleaning it up. And it seems weird to the other women. Oh, I just got to check on my husband to see if he'll watch the kids because she lied. He never expected her to be gone, y'all. That's it. That's all. That's why it's not, and well, they need to respect her marriage. Women always check with their husbands, not on the housewives on camera. This is the housewives. This ain't your house. This ain't my house. Why y'all keep lowering the bar? Come on, y'all. The bar is high for housewives. When have you seen one housewife say, daddy, may I go to the girls' pajama party? You've never seen that. And the one time you saw Portia get permission from Cordell to go into the strip club, we found out he was abusing her psychologically behind closed doors. Threw all her shit in a box. when he was done with her. This is the housewives. What the hell are y'all talking about? Oh, this is normal for a woman. It's normal for a regular woman, but when them cameras come on, you need to housewife it up. Girl, we want lights, camera, action. We want glitz and glam. What the hell? Because you lied to your husband. But you can't say that. So you got to make like you're this excellent wife who's submissive to cover up your lies. So when he sees it, it just said, well, hold on. Of course I want to stay home. I don't want to go with them. I hate them. She really got to carry this lie. Have you never seen somebody lie and they got to take that shit to the finish line? Because it's too late to back off of it now. Bravo done invested in a $1.3 million house. They done paid out $14,000 per day. No, she got to, you got to eat that lie. You got to eat that lie. Now, let me tell you what Bravo was not doing. They wasn't going to let her play with them no more. They set the budget. See, Angel cut a lot of corners by hosting this trip. Because typically when they host trips, they all stay together. You ain't never seen no trip where everybody else stay in one place and I'm going to stay in my house. Come on, y'all. That's nigga shit. Sorry. That's hood shit. Not sorry. Come on, y'all. You ain't never seen nothing like that. All right. The worst, we got close to it when Sonya took them to Jamaica and went off and worked and they didn't like it. Y'all remember that? But you got us to come all the way here to show up in a cowboy hat and drop us off in the woods and say, I holla. I'll see y'all later. Y'all cannot. She was never supposed to be gone. Bobby was done. She lied to her husband. That's why she got evicted from that house. She lied to him about the filming schedule. She lied to him. That's why he said, we'll get there when we get there. That nigga frustrated. He don't know what the fuck is going on. But she's putting it on them. She's putting it on production. So he's projecting because he's taking her word for it. Y'all don't. He probably feels like production is pulling her everywhere. So he's putting, when you see him, it took me a while. I was like, what the hell is going on? These people can't be this horrible. So when you see him say, you ain't got to go nowhere because he's tired of his wife being pushed and pulled and being told the wrong thing by Bravo, when really it's your wife that's catfishing everybody, including you. Including you. Now, Angel, this ain't your first time being accused of lying or being sneaky and conniving. I don't know you personally, but based on your storyline and what you did not want to come out on camera, this ain't your first rodeo. Doing some sneaky ass shit. It's not that I don't like her. I just peep game now. And I'm mad because I said, that girl good. She good. She ran herself crazy trying to keep up with all this stuff. But Gizelle is peeping her. You may not like Gizelle. Sometimes I don't. Hell. Because I'm like, come on now. Let it go. Let it go. When Wendy said, tell us right now, you just don't fuck with us. You just don't like us. I believed Angel when she said, it's not that. It's not that. I would say that if it's that. She's right. It ain't that. She just lying, Wendy. She can't have y'all there. Bobby is not going to open up his hard work, his home. You know, black folks don't like, you know damn well black folks don't like all them people in their house. Thank you, Von ran her damn self crazy by lying. because she don't have equal footing in a relationship. That man's not comfortable having all the women in his house. She already knew that, so that's why she said a couples trip. I believe her when she told Wendy, it's not that I don't F with y'all. Wendy, her back is against the wall. She couldn't let y'all come over there even if she did F with y'all. Even if she did F with y'all, y'all not coming over there. I think it was a lot, probably for him to extend the house to 2 women. And if it was a couple's trip, how come Greg didn't get to come? That's how I know you lying. Tia's husband was out of town. How come Kiana couldn't bring hers or Jazzy couldn't? You see how she conveniently did that and probably lied to Kiana and said, you know what? You probably don't want to bring Greg since Tia's not bringing her husband. That's why she cut Jazzy out the equation. She tired. I would be too. Queen Liz said, Queen, that's how I knew. Oh, how you knew what? Put it in the chat. I'm just going and going. But I don't think that it's not that she don't F with them. I think she got a lot going on. I think she is catfishing. And I'm sorry, but and I think it's hard to be a liar. Hell, even Wendy, this episode is not going to age well for you about going on that trip. It was fun. I really enjoyed the part when Mauricio showed up. We're going to get into that. I really enjoyed them shopping and seeing how much they spent. I don't know. See, that's housewife shit. That's what we enjoy. Don't nobody enjoy you talking about who can come in your house and who can't? Girl, bye. Girl, bye. But we enjoy a good old spin. Ooh, we enjoy a good old swiping of the card. How much you spend? And she spent all that money. Take that damn knife back. Girl, you spent $1,200 on a knife. Take that damn knife back. Listen. I did too, Sky J. I like to see. Now that's giving housewife. So I was like, okay, finally we're getting into the housewife of it all. Yes, because I love when the Beverly Hills girls go out of town, honey, and they get to shopping and clock locking and dropping. Oh yes, that's what we live for. There ain't nobody living for what you and Bobby trying to do and fly fishing and all of this and that. And I'm gonna drop you off. I see you later. No, girl, we do that with our aunties and cousins. And girl, we can get that over here. We got drop off at home. Boom. Already too. Already. Oh, I love what they got. Tia, I like the fact Tia stayed in her budget. Tia got her bolo tie. I said, you know what? I can appreciate the honesty, the transparency. Tia knows she ain't got it like that. Tia got 4 kids, but I appreciate how she stayed in her budget. Bruh. I appreciate how Stacey said, I ain't bought shit. Gizelle got it. She ain't got to flaunt it. She bought a $1,000 pair of earrings. Wendy, girl. Wendy bought those earrings for her daughter, which were $200. Wendy had the cheapest of them all, right? And then gave that lavish ass, scamming ass speech about wealth running in her family when the entire time we know that money does not belong to you.
I heard about you. I was waiting on you at the door.
And now that we know that you are indeed, AKA Pam Oliver, you have to stay below a particular amount when you scamming and you're doing credit card fraud so that the company is not alerted. You know not to get close to a $500 purchase. Yeah. Oh, yeah, y'all. When you really start to break these episodes down and really get into it, you be like, oh, my God. Pam knows she can't spend over $250 or get close to $500 because that's going to alert the credit card company and that's going to be declined. So she had the cheapest purchase. Do you notice? Watch this. Y'all, I done broke Angel down. It took me 15 episodes. I was like, girl, you got to get sharper. It took me freaking 15 episodes. Have you noticed It seems that Angel does this weird shit for Bobby to give her attention or money. I should have wrote it down. I connected the dots last night. When she was in Neva's, she called him with the crisis. He sent $5,000. You lying to that man about how these women are treating you. And as a result, he sent you $5,000. She did something else. Where he was able to save the day for her. I think Angel is wilding out within the confines of her marriage. And I think is if she comes back, or if they invite her back next season, it's going to be really interesting. Because things may come to a head if they keep Kiana. You can start to see, what do y'all call it? Things falling apart. You can start to see Kiana's face and facial expressions. So y'all that's your friend you take up for her. I can't take up for her if the shit ain't making sense to me neither. That's what y'all are seeing. Kay is sitting back because 2 and 2 ain't adding up. That's why Kay's sitting back trying to get the tea too. They can keep Jazzy. Get the hell. I don't, Jazzy messy. I don't like all that little girl shit. Thank you, N. Watson. You said bingo. Kay, it's not that Kay's not being a good friend. I think she's lost too. I think she thought she knew. You didn't see Kay's face when she walked in that house and they were packing up those damn boxes. And she said, "What you doing? We leaving. When? Today? What?" Yeah, because you lied to your husband about how long you was going to be here. You lied to your husband about probably everything. That's why that man had a fucking attitude. He got to turn around and pack within 48 hours. And that's why she's so careful what she says on screen. So Bobby doesn't catch on. No, it was an accident. I didn't look at the date. And Ashley, mom, and girl, mamas don't play about their kids. How did you get the dates? And she just said, let's just say, and she doesn't say anything else. Because then I don't think she's so much worried about the ladies. I think she's worried about Bobby. That's it. That's all. I believe they did make a pact to stay out of each other's beef. That can still be true. Girl, what's the tea? You and I can be friends. And I say, girl, we're going to stay out of each other's beef. But at the same time, if we get on the show and I start to see that your ass is lying about a lot of stuff that I thought was the real in your life, my facial expressions are going to give it away because that has nothing to do with beef. That is my reaction in real time. Oh, my little friend be lying. Oh, listen, let me tell you something. You don't need to read an Airbnb contract if you ever listen. Come on, y'all. Y'all know how Airbnb works. You check in date, you check out date. That's it. That's all. That is the contract. They give you the house rules. They give you the time. They give you the instructions. They give you whether you need to clean or not. That is the contract. And of course, all of the small things about if you break anything, that is up front. That is not anything you need to comb through a contract to see when you checking in this motherfucker and when you checking out. You don't need a contract for that. That's the first thing you do. You have to do in order to rent the damn house. You got to tell the owner your dates. You said Bobby was upset when they learned that Tia is a why were they upset? Oh. You get the hell out. You get the hell out. But I think let me see. I think her husband gave her a budget. And I think she pretended to be able to get something and didn't give him the real date And that man was pissed off. Don't nobody want to have to get up. Or you on a NFL Sunday and pack boxes with little to no notice? Y'all can't see the lies coming through? You didn't see when she pretended to look for a house with Bobby and how he was looking, so he just shut up so he wouldn't lie? Y'all better go back and watch these episodes. I don't know what you mean when Bobby got upset? Let me stay out the chat. So listen, let's go over some of these lies with Angel. Not lies, but let's just see how Angel shows up in her interviews. Here we go. Hold on. Give me 1 second. We're going to share the screen. Give me a 1 in the chat when you're able to see my screen, and I'll go ahead and press play.
There also was a scene where they were saying that you stole money from your husband when you guys were dating.
Yeah.
Now I want you
I
to
would
clear.
love to clear that
I
up.
would love for you to clear that up because it never was really like
Fleshed out.
Yeah.
Number one,
It wasn't fleshed out because she cut it off where Jazzy couldn't say anything else.
Ashley is lying. She knows nothing of the situation or about the situation. And so I'm going to run it down right quick. Me and Bobby had only been dating for like 4 or 5 months. I had gotten to know this other girl whose boyfriend at the time played on the team. We were getting to know each other. Bobby played on the O-line. And so they went out to lunch or dinner or something. And he's like, here, take my card. I'm going to treat you guys to lunch or dinner, whatever, the women at the same time. And so I'm there at the dinner and I tell this girl, you know what? Bobby is used to giving so much to people and not having anything in return. I bought him a trip to Jamaica myself because mind you, I'm a journalist and a media girly. At this point, I'm a decade into my career. So I have my own coins, which is part of what attracted me to him,
Right.
or him to me.
him to you, right?
And so I tell her this story and I'm going about my merry business thinking it's going to be a surprise for him, right? Because Christmas is coming up or whatever. And so I go home to Maryland. Me and Bobby aren't living together. I was living in Maryland. And he gives me a call and he says that his financial advisor and his mentor called him up and they're like, this girl is spreading a story around that you stole money out of his account to buy a trip, right? Which is obviously the complete opposite of what actually happened.
Why would Bobby call you about stealing money out of his account if the money is still there?
Happen. They're like, we already checked your accounts. There's no money lost. This girl is crazy. Do with what you will with this information. So he shares the information with me.
But he checked though.
Yeah, because why would he marry you?
Exactly. After
and that's
that
what I was trying to
happened.
figure out because that story was never fleshed out.
So I confronted this girl and I told her everything that I knew that happened and she apologized. And, you know, I'm kind of young back then. So I'm like, I don't want to see you at another game. You know what I mean? Because she tried to single white female me.
How she try to single white female you? Like Gizelle wants to be you, but let's and Monique and all of them. Let me hear.
No, and so she doesn't come to a lot more games for the rest of the season because she was not wanting the confrontation with me. But I was justified in saying that to her because she tried to ruin my life.
There also was a scene where they were saying,
y'all. Exactly. No, he checked. That's fine. Well, watch this. Hold on. He gives her his credit card to take her friend to lunch. They've been dating 5 months. Listen to the story. But you still didn't really answer the question. What were you and her talking about for her to go back and say, this woman stole money out of your account or is planning to steal money out of your account? I'm lost. Can somebody help me? Does it make any sense? It's not making sense to me. The way Angel was telling the story is not making sense the way she's responding, and it's not making sense the reason why the girl would even say that, because it just doesn't make sense. But let's listen one more time.
And that you stole money from your husband when you guys were dating.
Yeah.
Now I want you
would
to clear.
love to clear that.
I would love for you to clear that up because it never was really like
fleshed out.
Yeah.
Number one, Ashley is lying. She knows nothing of the situation or about.
Did Ashley say it? I thought Jazzy was the one that said that. Jazzy's the one that said she got a phone call. It was you and Jazzy on the golf cart in Nevis. And they said, what are they back there talking about without cameras? It wasn't Ashley that I can recall. I could be wrong. Y'all keep me honest. It was Jazzy. Thank you, reality. There's always holes in her story. Jazzy. Okay, let's listen.
About the situation. And so I'm going to run it down right quick. Me and Bobby had only been dating for like 4 or 5 months.
Uh-huh.
I had gotten to know this other girl whose boyfriend at the time played on the team.
Okay.
We're getting to know each other. Bobby played on the O-line, and so they went out to lunch or dinner or something. And he's like, here, take my card. I'm going to treat you guys to lunch.
So Bobby and her man went out. Bobby and her man went out. So Bobby said, me and her man gonna go out. And you and her go find something to do. Uh-huh. Okay.
Or dinner, whatever, the women at the same time. And so I'm there at the dinner and I tell this girl, you know what? Bobby is used to giving so much to people and not having anything in return. I bought him a trip to Jamaica myself because mind you, I'm a journalist and a media girly. At this point, I'm a decade into my career. So I have my own coins, which is part.
Okay.
Part of what attracted me to him,
right,
or him to me,
him to you, right?
Okay, so you sold yourself. You presented yourself similar to how you're presenting yourself on the show. Accomplished, media girl, career girl. I got my own shit. I don't need you for nothing. He's attracted to that. Because he's used to the ones that's coming around with their hand out, looking for a little bit of this and that. I follow. Okay. You different. Okay.
Right.
And so I tell her this story and I'm going about my married business thinking it's going to be a surprise for him, right?
But you weren't married. Didn't she say they were only dating for 5 months? She was a girlfriend. The other girl was a girlfriend. One thing that attracted him to you is that you was different. You was better than the rest of them hoes. You came with your own. So you went about your married business even though you were just dating. Okay.
Because Christmas is coming up or whatever. And so I go home to Maryland. Me and Bobby aren't living together. I was living in Maryland. And he gives me a call and he.
But y'all weren't living together, but you went about your married business. Okay. So I'm catching the play. The play was to catch the man. Okay. My married business.
Says that his financial advisor and his mentor called him up and they're like, this girl is spreading a story around that you stole money out of his account to buy a trip, right?
I don't believe her. I don't believe that's the full story. If somebody told me that you stole something from me and I checked my account first, I probably won't bring it up. The Real Empress, $5 and a pepper. Thank you, Queen. She says, Bobby has rose-colored glasses on when Angel's getting exposed for coming. Oh, while Angel is getting exposed for coming on the Real Housewives of Potomac, she better be careful. And I don't know if Angel has secrets or not, but this is not the show to come to. You better ask Wendy, Teresa Giudice, and the rest of them. Jen, Shaw, all of them. Baby, this is not the show to come to if you have secrets. Oh, y'all said, thank you for the correction. She said, I went about my Mary business. Got it. Thank you. I stand corrected. Ain't nothing wrong with catching a man. You just don't say it. Hey, shake your tambourine, shake your tambourine. See, she thought she was amongst women like her. She thought that everybody was coming in the game like
I heard about you. I was waiting on you at the door.
She was on some hoe shit, but not really. See, there's girls that said, I'm not going to do all that. I'm going to come through the back door. I'm educated. I'm Black excellence. I come from this family. The same thing y'all accuse white girls of doing. She was pulling one of that. I'm not going to be freaky. I'm not going to get flued out. I'm going to show him that I got my own. I can fly myself out. Trey. That's what she was doing. So ain't nothing wrong with it, but she thought she was in the company of a woman that was on the same type of time she was on, and she fucked around and found out. That's it. And the girl blew her spot up. I'm just putting y'all on the game. Let's go.
Right, which is obviously the complete opposite of what actually happened. They're like, we already checked your accounts. There's no money lost. This girl is crazy. Do with what you will with this information.
I'm sorry. I don't believe it. If your man checked the account, listen to me very carefully, and it showed that there was no type of fraud, that you didn't steal shit, why is he having a conference call with you? With the football agents and shit? That's embarrassing. Why are all these other NFL people on the phone? Y'all, if it has been cleared that I ain't did nothing, why am I on the phone with all these witnesses? Now, I'm not saying the girl stole something. I just don't know if I believe this version. Of the story. Let a man call me with his boss, his agent, his personal assistant on the phone to say, we think you're such a wonderful woman. And somebody said that you stole. Something is off. A man that loves you finna put all these people on the phone to have a conference call? Angel, I don't know if I believe this version.
And so he shares the information with me.
Yeah, because why would he marry you?
Exactly. After that
I was trying to figure out, because that story was never fleshed out.
So,
because she recovered well.
I confronted this girl and I told her everything that I knew that happened, and she apologized. And, I'm kind of young back then, so I'm like, I don't want to see you at another game. You know what I mean?
So you threatened her for telling your business, and she was scared as fuck of you. Whatever you said to her, you ran her off, and I don't believe it's because she was lying. I believe she was scared, and she thought you was going to whoop her behind. I think you confided in her, and she ran and told her man what you was up to. You said because the story against her wasn't true. I don't know, but this one damn show ain't making sense. This version of it.
Because she tried to single white female me, and so she doesn't come to a lot more games for the rest of the season because she was not wanting the conference.
She probably sat somewhere else. I don't know if she didn't come. Her man probably just put her in a different area just to because he was cool with Bobby, and then she came and let him know what you was up to, and her man probably just got tickets in a different zone. That's it. You didn't run her off. Her man just put her in a different area.
Confrontation with me, but I was justified in saying that to her because she tried to ruin my life.
There also was.
All right. Should we give her the benefit of the doubt and go on to the next clip? Why not? Why not? That story, the jury's still out. I think there's bits and pieces of it that are relevant, but I don't know if I believe that version.
originally the trip was supposed to be a couples trip. And so my house in Colorado is 6 bedrooms, 6 bathrooms. And a lot of those bedrooms my kids live in and my husband and I live in. So not everyone was ever going to be able to stay at my house.
You don't need no grown people staying in the kids' room.
You know what I mean?
Yes. In a real world, yes, but you're on freaking Housewives. And you offered up your house, so you better make it work.
Exactly. I wasn't going to boot my family out. The situation was always going to be that I was going to acquire a home for all the couples to stay in. But not everybody is in a couple. Most of the ladies aren't in a couple. So the trip had...
That's a lie. Monique's not in a couple. Gizelle's not in a couple. Ashley's not in a couple. The rest of them, most of them are in a couple, but okay.
To change. And it had to change at the last minute. And unfortunately, in Colorado, millions of people book their stays ahead of time for the summertime because it is a...
Millions flocking to Colorado. Did y'all know that? Okay.
High traffic time. And so by time the house was booked, that was what was available.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And so I had to figure out if I wanted them to stay closer to the activities that they were going to do or closer to where I lived. And it seemed to make more sense for them to stay closer to the activities that they were going to do instead of having to drive an hour to those things like I was going to have to drive an hour from my house to do. So, I mean, I got asked to show my home on camera. I got asked to share my home with some of the ladies. Thank you. And that's what I did. And I opened up my world to them and I did the best that I could do with that.
All right, I'm gonna leave that there. I mean, I can't really push back on that. That's her version of that for the Colorado trip. I don't know. I think it may be slightly different, but I'm gonna leave that there. Let's get into her and Wendy. Let's see what she had to say regarding she and Wendy.
So you guys did have a conversation. What was said? That, you and Wendy, like that, that you gave her the whole downstairs with her own bathroom and everything.
You see throughout the season that I really tried to mend fences with her. I mean, do you
think it's that her and Kay don't get along that maybe made you have your own preconceived notion?
See, the one thing is that I'm not like that. I told Kay, you see in the scene where me and Kay are walking along the canal, I tell her, just talk to her. You see me in the scene where Kay is I
don't believe you. You showed up sharp with Wendy initially, early on.
Her event at her spa, and I say, well, how do you know something didn't happen to her kids? And I get ding dong, I get chin check for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so you don't get to see me go to Wendy's house, but I drove 2 hours from where I was in Potomac to where she was almost at the Pennsylvania state line to meet her and her.
You're at work. That's what they do on the Real Housewives. They drive to work.
Lovely children and her husband. And then you see the next day, she does what I feel like is a party foul because she still doesn't know me like that and gets between me and Kay having this resolution right at the end. Right. But even then at Preakness, when we arrive, I tell her, I come up to her, I talk to her by herself and I say, listen, if I misread your energy, I apologize, but it felt like you were coming for me. We didn't get to see that on the season, unfortunately, but that's something that happened. But then after that, it's almost like she was never able to let go of what she perceived to be a slight, right? I'm not a woman who toes the line. If you don't like me or how I present myself based off of who I am, that's not my problem. You know what I mean? And so throughout the season, I make these overtures to try and get along with her. But watching it back, I feel dumb as hell because I see every chance she gets, she's saying something nasty about me behind my back. Something truly nasty. And so why fake the funk?
But you did the same. You call her asshole lips. You said she looked like Forrest Whitaker. Did I miss something? Thank you, D. Herford. 10 piece and a pepper. She said, Queen, this is for you for breaking it down. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you for your contribution. Let's continue. I mean, girl, Wendy never attacked your looks. Wendy never said anything ill-fitting about you. You took it there when you got with your sister.
Just say everything that you had to say behind my back to my face.
So you guys did have a conversation.
You weren't aware of what Wendy said when you sat with your sister. You hadn't watched the episode yet. You were still filming. You're a liar. Let's go.
You know, I know it must have been hard for you for the fact that you couldn't even watch it until this last episode.
No, I needed to separate myself a little bit from it because one, the unkindness was directed towards me, and two, I just do not like to see Black women treat each other that way. And that's not the type of narrative that I wanted to be a part of joining this group. And I find myself in the center of it. And so it's really kind of jarring. You know what? Now that I have seen the episodes, there is no relationship. I have seen how she has talked about me behind my back. I have seen how she has apologized and then gone right behind my back and talked about me. I've seen how she wished it.
Y'all talked about each other, boo-boo.
Ill and terrible times on my trip. I've seen how she has acted behind my back, and people are asking, why do you come for Wendy? Why do you come for Wendy instead of Gizelle and Ashley? The one thing I can give Wendy credit for is that she acted funky a little bit to my face, and I couldn't figure out what it was, but that's because she couldn't hide that she was talking about me behind my back.
Okay.
With Ashley and Gizelle, they acted perfectly cool, perfectly normal to my face until they were ready to flip on me with fake information that they had supplied by Wendy. So I think that it was hard for me to act in real time until I had actual evidence that they were treating me crazy.
You feel like this is a hazing?
Absolutely.
You know, just this being your first season. It's like, okay, because one thing that has been said throughout the show is that they showed a whole montage of you saying, I just want to get to know the ladies better. I want to spend some time. And people were saying they didn't feel like you really did want to get to.
I don't feel like she did. I think she came there, and it's okay to promote her business. I think she came in there with a HBIC persona, like she told that girl, I don't never want to see your motherfucking ass at a game again. Ran that girl off from that zone where the girl had to go sit somewhere else in the stadium. I think Angel came in there with that type of attitude and realized that she was not the biggest fish on campus. That's it. I think Angel is a bitch in real life, and that's good. That's not a bad thing for housewives. I'll meet, but if that's you, don't try to back down when you're in a room full of other bitches. May the best bitch win. That's it. So I think Angel came in, and based on the life that Angel lives and the world that Angel operates in, she's high on the totem pole. But there's rules and requirements to being a housewife. Unspoken rules. I can run them down, but I'm not, because I wouldn't want anybody to think I'm coming after another woman. But can we just say, I'll use Jennifer Tilly as an example. Give me a second. Give me 1 second. I'm going to use Jennifer Tilly as an example, and then I'm going to use Phaedra, and then I'm going to work my way. I'm going to warm y'all up to what I'm going to say. If you look at Jennifer Tilly, that's Sutton's good friend, right? On the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Even in the WAG world, pay very close attention to what I'm saying. If you think about the WAG world, we'll start with WAGs. Hell, the most current season of WAGs that we saw with Sherelle and all of them, they weren't like the first season of WAGs. The template and the prototype for a WAG to me is Ashley. Oh, girl, Ashley with the long hair, the caramel skin. She used to be in the military. Ashley can go anywhere in WAG, whether we're dealing with the white WAGs, the Hispanic WAGs, or right? They were able to make fun of Rick Ross's baby mama. She had a little bit too much WAG in the bag. She had a little bit too much WAG. A little bit too much back there. And in the world where we live in the black community, that shit is, she got it, body T. Depending on what world you're in. The curviness is considered overweight in some demographics, in some zip codes. Jennifer Tilly will probably never become a full-time housewife because she may be deemed as being overweight. And I guarantee you, if you see her in person, she's probably a solid 8. But the camera adds 10 pounds. Probably, you'd be like, oh, she looks great for her age. Probably. But when you see the rest of them in person, you'd be like, damn, do you eat? But they show up well on camera because it adds 10 pounds. Jennifer Tilly. Phaedra Parks, when she came into the Real Housewives of Atlanta, was a bit curvy. Even Phaedra went back and got it right. Even Candy went back and got it right with the hair and all of that. They learn real fast. You get where I'm going? For the first time in a long time, Angel slid in. Angel's a plus-size woman. We typically don't see that in media, in print, in entertainment, and we damn sure don't see it with a black woman. But she's here. But she must be here for a reason. She must have had something. And I think Angel led with her wagalicious life. The money of it all, the home of it all, the award winning of it all, the journalism of it all that was appeasing to Bravo because Karen was in jail and they needed some girls that were up to par to be able to run with Gizelle. And they probably thought, are y'all following me? On paper, Angel is a journalist. She probably interviewed well, spoke well. This is what she do. This is where she shines. Let's not take that away. This was a chef's kiss for Bravo. But she doesn't show up well. There's a difference between speaking well, interviewing well, looking well, and looking good on paper, but it's not translating in real time. It's not coming across the screen, coming across the camera. I'm sure they like her. They love her. They're trying to figure out what to do with her. Is it worth the effort? Is it worth the investment? What can we do with her? You heard, quote unquote, Jeff when he came and he said he's adjacent to reality television. And he told you why they picked Britt Eady over a Kenya Moore. They were willing to take a gamble. He said Britt Eady came in. She made big promises. I'm going to take down who? Kenya Moore. If you give me a chance, I'll take down Kenya Moore. My question to you, Angel, is what did you promise? What did you promise the production team? What did you promise the network? I hope you didn't promise that you would go head to head with Gizelle like Britt Eady promised that she would go head to head with Kenya Moore. Lady Ro Takes Vacation says, wow, is it making sense? You got to put, Jeff came on here. Should I play the clip? Now we know who it was. But so now I'm like, okay, you promised Bravo something. Because they're making you're the exception. You are the rule. What is it? You're the rule, not the exception. Britt Eady was the exception. Patricia says she probably promised to take down Wendy. I don't know. That would be good to see. And the only way we're going to find out is if shit goes, what do y'all call it? Array. When things went crazy, and there was backlash. That's how we found out what Britt Eady promised Bravo to do with Kenya Moore. And Bravo said, let's see. Let's see. Does anybody have that clip? I'll play it. Even Dr. Heavenly got it right. Angel is stunning, beautiful, drop dead gorgeous. Look, already getting it right. Looks completely different just by a little effort. She don't have to put a lot in. That's natural beauty. She didn't have to do a lot at all. You can see a blunt bob cut, changed her hair just a little bit. I spruced up the eyebrows, maybe a different pair of earrings here or there. That's when you know you're stunning. When you ain't even got to do that much. That's already an advantage for her. However, is she the total package as it relates to presentation on screen? No. That's where she's falling short. So if they bring her back next season, she's going to have to sacrifice something. What would she have to sacrifice? You can't be lying to your husband, because if you've lied to your husband and he's going to watch this with us in real time, or either she's not coming back. I don't know. Let's see. Do I want to see her back? Not really. Not really. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I mean, you're crumbling under pressure. But I get it. Let's go.
My claws weren't sharpened, and I really came on.
Okay, let's do this. Hold on.
Is a 0 an option? Okay. She's a sweet girl, but I just don't think this playground is for her.
I put it this way.
They asked, that's where they were at BravoCon. Ashley looked good with that red hair. Let me play it again. And they ranked her as a 0. They're being honest. Angel, I don't think it's personal. This is a job, y'all. That's like your new coworker that they've onboarded. They didn't talk them up and told you where they coming. They're transferring in from said company, who's our competitors. They're known for doing this and this and that and blue, blue, blue. When they come in, you be like, I know you motherfucking lying. You got rid of I know you lying.
Is a 0 an option? Okay. She's a sweet girl, but I just don't think this playground is for her.
I put it this way. I think that Ashley doesn't have much going on this season. I think that it behooves her to talk about me because my life is obviously full and wonderful.
She doesn't have a lot going on. She does not. I think we can all agree, but neither do you. And what you do have going on, you don't want us to know. You've manipulated the cameras. You've manipulated the situations. In Nevis, you leave the parties early before the girls can warm you up. It's almost like right when they're about to get you to open up, you're out. I'm tired. I'm going to go to bed. You become strategically upset. You're having these one-off conversations when the cameras are not around. The girls are peeping it. You're dividing the production crew, manipulating situations where they're going to have to go where the majority is, and you're taking the 80-20 rule. I'm going to put 80% of them over there. The 20% of us will be over here. We still don't know what happened in your house. That's manipulation. So we still don't know what you have going on. We still didn't get to see you film in your home. That means if it didn't make the cutting room floor, that shit was boring. It was a no-go. Time. That means it was a waste of time, a waste of investment. And that's why those cameras were busy chasing Gizelle and her crew around, because you didn't give them anything.
I think that it is very nasty to call a grown woman a girl. I think that I am the picture of resilience. I know that I'm the picture of resilience. And so I don't receive anything that she has to say. And I would like to see how her storyline that doesn't exist plays out for this season. She can think what she wants to think, but I'm the quintessential housewife. So
let me look that up. Hold on. The perfect. Angel, that's a reach now. Look how Claudia and them are looking at her. Angel, y'all, quintessential. Let me read it. Quintessential means the perfect or most typical example of something representing its purest essence, like a classic rock song being the quintessential anthem, or a New Yorker embodying the quintessential city dweller, deriving from the fifth essence in philosophy, the pure, concentrated form of a substance. We'll be watching. I'm not saying she's not, but damn.
Oh, that's that.
Let's go.
My claws weren't sharpened. And I really came on with the intention of kind of being this peacemaker. And I've never really encountered women like this.
It hurts you with the viewers, though, unfortunately. It hurts you with those ladies because they think that as weakness.
It's
You lied. You lied. That's another lie. Didn't you say that girl lied on you about you stealing that money? You have encountered women like this. They're called wags. You were in a very spicy situation where they had to do a conference call with you to verify if you had stolen money from Bobby's account.
It's just been a rough season. Crap.
Let's continue.
Obviously, the reunion is coming up. Are there any issues in particular you're looking forward to addressing?
Oh, just why so much crap was talked about me behind my back. A real woman would come to me and say it to my face. So,
Okay, so you gonna call Wendy asshole lips to her face and Forrest, what you call her, Forrest Whitaker to her face? I cannot wait. I wish we could do a watch party.
oh yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait to get my day in court.
Which of your fellow housewives do you think is going to be in the hot seat this reunion, and why?
Oh, me? Me and Stacey, and Wendy for obvious reasons. So, and I'm going to put Gizelle and Ashley in the hot seat.
No, you're not. No, you're not. They wore Mia's ass out last season and she stormed off the stage. No, you're not. Gizelle is built for this. Gizelle doesn't put on a mean girl act. She is that and then some. They gonna wear your ass out. You hear me? You hear me? Stacey will do just fine. She was in the hot seat last season. She can handle herself. But girl, if you are coming there to go at Ashley and Gizelle, now we gonna get housewives. Now we gonna get a amped up steroid version of the Real Housewives of Potomac. I want you to.
Obviously, the reunion is coming up. I really did think it was unfair that the women, Ashley and Gizelle, kept saying the word eviction like they didn't know what a rental agreement was.
Yeah.
It was the Ashley eviction situation.
She got evicted. No shit. Wait, guys. No.
I have to wait. Look at Jazzy messy ass. Jazzy, it was nice knowing you, but you don't bring nothing. We listen. Let me start it all over. I think it's this.
I really did think it was unfair that the women, Ashley and Gizelle, kept saying the word eviction like they didn't know what a rental agreement was.
Yeah.
It was the Ashley eviction situation.
She got evicted. No shit. Wait, guys. No.
Look at Jazzy. Y'all, she did get evicted. She didn't know she was supposed to be out. According to her, that's to expel someone from property. She was asked to leave. That's an eviction. It's proper word. It seems harsh, but it's the correct terminology.
Well, I'm gonna evict myself.
Oh, you should, because what didn't happen is me getting evicted.
Why did they work?
Gizelle got a little hood in her. Gizelle got it. Well, I'm finna evict myself. Listen, Gizelle is used to them New Birth Family Church members trying to fuck on her husband down there at First Ebenezer First Baptist Church. Gizelle knows how to Gizelle for a reason. Thank you, Queen Liz. Like, she was asked to prove that she didn't steal that money. I think they interrogated her. You got me on the call with NFL representatives and agents? Nah, Let me open up the lines. But listen, shout out. Give Somali Queen a round of applause. Did she not give us great receipts? Did she not do a great job? So I was able to do this with her help today. She's my researcher. She's not, I mean, she's a moderator, you know, but that's not her primary responsibility over here. That's my research, and she did a hell of a job. Somali Queen, we appreciate you. Girl, you gave us some good stuff today. She's probably asleep because she's 10 hours ahead of us. But listen, oops, wrong one. Let me open up the lines because I know y'all are waiting to tear into me. I don't care. Here we go. I'm gonna drop the links. Let me see what y'all got tonight. Here we go. All right. So for those of you that would like to, you can come and give your piece. Have fun with it. I said what I said. This was fun. Like this episode was really good. Like I really had a good time just breaking this down because I've been scratching my damn head about Angel and I couldn't quite put two and two together. And I'm like, she plays this cat and mouse game. And finally I said, I think I got it. That's it. That's all. Let's see what we got. Anybody? If not, let me end. Shoot, maybe we'll end early. I don't think we got anybody. That's fine too. That'll be the first. We'll give it a few more seconds. And if not, that's all I got for y'all. It's been fun. I had a good time with this one. I really did. Y'all are hilarious though. Y'all got me. Y'all was getting me together in the chat. All right, we got our first caller. Welcome, Queen Liz. Girl, you got the flow.
Okay. Hey, Queen. Hey, Palace. Can you hear me?
You good to go?
So I'm just wondering, because Michael Darby encouraged Ashley to go on the show, and then he wanted a divorce. And Kelsey Grammer encouraged Camille to go on the show, and then popped her with the divorce. So I just hope that's not, what Bobby is maybe trying to think to do. And then also, I thought she had said that cabin way up there on the mountaintop was one of their properties, like their business property. So it tripped me up in the episode when she's like, I reached out to the homeowner immediately. So yeah, it's a lot. This episode was a lot.
Wait, she said it was one of their properties?
I just thought I heard her refer to it like, she was talking about Bobby has that business and that. She made it seem like that cabin was like where they did those excursions to me. Like when she first was introducing it. I mean, I could be mistaken, but I was like, oh, okay, that's what he's doing with his NFL. Like, heck yeah, that's a good business plan. But then when the stuff started going wrong with the water and everything, she's like, oh, let me reach out to the homeowner. So I don't know.
Okay. Can you tell us the part? Because we're going to go back and watch it. And baby, I got Peacock and I don't have no commercials. I'm going to fast forward. What part do you feel like you thought she may have said it?
I want to say it's when maybe the episode or two before the trip, when she was kind of showing the brochure and like the little clip of the website.
Oh, well,
so it's not, it wasn't a big piece, but I feel like it made reference of like, yes, this is where we do our excursions and it's full this and that and can accommodate, because it's obviously not at their house.
Oh, okay. They're saying they thought so too. BB Monet and also Linda Gamble said she did say that was one of their properties. Whoa. Oh, hold on. Patricia said, I thought she said the same thing. Ooh. Okay,
Yep.
hold on. I'm gonna have to go look then. What's the name of the business?
Ooh, Wonderland, Wanderland, something.
Okay. Hang out for a little bit. Trey,
Oh,
welcome.
it's called Wanderlust, I believe.
Okay,
Can y'all hear
okay.
me?
I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna look it up while you talk. Go ahead, Trey. You have the floor.
Okay, if y'all hear me, I feel like you're giving Angel a lot. Is she? I feel like as far as when it comes to Angel being a housewife, I actually hope that she does get a second season. I'm driving, y'all. Excuse me. But yeah, I hope she gets a second season. I really hope that most housewives get second seasons. But I don't believe. I think where the lying comes in more so is her not really being truthful about her feelings about these women. I truly believe that she does not like these women, especially at this point, and I don't believe that she liked them when she fully planned out that trip. That's why they're 2.5 hours away from her regular house. I don't think it has anything to do with her lying to Bobby. I believe it's more so because she didn't like them and she was planning that trip under the guise of, I want us to come together, but I still want to stick it to y'all. I don't believe that she knew that house had issues with well water. If it did, if she did know that there was some type of situation like that, then that speaks to her business acumen, especially if she owns that property or something of the sort, which doesn't make sense because she also said that they already have owners of that property. So I'm not for sure about that situation. I really just think that she did not want them around her family and her space like that. So that's why she purchased that or rented that home that was so far away. I don't think production had anything to do with that because it doesn't make sense to me that they would incur all of that travel cost driving to and from Ashley's or from Angel's house.
Okay, so you think that was her doing and not production?
Correct. I think on Monique, when she was on Watch What Happens Live, she said herself that production will give you a stipend for your trips that you plan.
They do.
However, it's the women that have to do all of the planning. So they leave it up to them, to do it, but they don't have too much of a say so, or they don't put too much effort into planning where the people are going to be.
Yes. Now let me say this. Okay, let's just say what you say is true, right? We're just being open. Vonda, your device is not connected, so I'm gonna kick you out. You can come back and try to reconnect. So I'll just give it another opportunity. Make sure y'all get y'all's mic set up and your audio set up before you click enter studio, and that'll make sure that'll improve your chances of connecting. So if what you say is true, watch this. Listen to me carefully.
Okay.
When have we seen a girls' trip where the girl don't stay overnight with the other girls? It typically doesn't happen often, does it?
It does not happen often, and that's one of the things why I say I believe that she planned this trip with like some spot in her spirit, but she was still upset about how the girls were treating her, and that's why they was an hour and so away from her.
Okay, Super 3701, thank you for the clarification. Super says they do not pay you up front. You were reimbursed. So listen, I think she lied. Hold on.
I got one more thing.
I think she lied then. If that's true, what Super is saying, I don't think Angel had $14,000 per day to be paying for that house. And it was a last minute house. I don't think Bobby would approve that purchase. And even if production does reimburse you, it's within the budget. You don't get to go over the budget, y'all. If you want to do extra, it's your party. You can cry if you want to. So either she came up with a hell of a lie where production was forced to fit the bill because it was a last minute change. I don't see Angel forking over $14 a day. If especially
where the 14 came from.
Okay, and I'm gonna go to the next caller. You know what? Let me be quiet. Let me go to Queen Tulsa. Welcome, Queen Tulsa.
Hey there. You know what? I'm gonna be honest. Hey panel. Hey Palace. I didn't trust Angel from the jump. First of all, when it came to like sisterhood and things like that, remember she teamed up and she came on with Kiana, and Kiana was pretty much bagging her up. They were a team, and I feel like her goal was what she poked in Kiana's ear was, I'm a ride for you. I got your back. So whatever your battle is, it's my battle. And I just like lead and you just lead and I'll follow. But see, this is the thing. She got to be a mean girl. So it didn't make Kay look the way that she did, but Kay kept losing it. And then even when it had come to the house and things like that, you ain't got the money like you say you got. I mean, you might have it, but you don't have access to that money. That's what I'm going to say, but then I'll go on mute because I know we got a lot to talk about.
Okay, that's cool. Everybody hang out. Let me go to Vonda. Hey, girl. You on mute, child. Vonda, just hit your mic one time. Vonda. Hit your microphone one time. Vonda, I'm going to drop you. See, I'm not doing this with you today. Okay, she going to have to figure it out. Listen. All right, so listen. I think somewhere there's a lie. I don't know why I think that. It's just not adding up. Production has a budget. They have a budget. So y'all say the PK, the private jet, costs $9,000 an hour. And then you also have to consider they have to pay for the cost of fly fishing, right? And then listen, the party that Angel put on at her house was beautiful. The food, the decorations, the bartender, the person that was playing the harp, all of that. So that was a nice penny. I don't know. Let me think about it.
So why don't you believe that she had the penny that she's showing you that she had?
Huh?
Everybody can't be. So why do you believe that she's lying? Everybody can't be Pam Oliver.
Because everything they add up. This is the most. Your audio is choppy, babe. You listen. Hold on. Wait. Hold on. Let's do a mic check. Let's do a mic check. Trey. Vonda, stop dropping in and out. You just got to be patient. I see you back there. Come on in and sit still. All right, Trey, let's do a mic check. Okay, Trey's trying to work out his audio. I don't know.
His question?
Go ahead.
Okay, so his question was, why do we think that she don't have the money? It's not that she does not have the money. I'm saying she doesn't have access to it because I'm still going to go back and reference what you stated earlier, that back in the day, there was word on the curb, the allegations of the money for the trip and things like that. So if we really looking at it, we got to look at the foundation. The foundation was built off scandal. I'll yield the floor. For the trip and things like that. So if we really looking at it, we got to
hold on, Vonda. Now that's Patricia. Patricia, turn that off in the background. Listen. Now, Patricia, you ready?
Yes.
All right, let's go.
So my opinion is, go ahead.
Patricia, you ready?
Yes.
All right, let's go.
Okay.
No, Patricia. Mute your background. You can't be talking and listening to your beautiful voice at the same time. I got you on mute. Nobody can hear you. You got to pause whatever's playing in the background and then go back and replay and listen to yourself at the 154 mark.
Yes,
Let's
ma'am.
do it again. Patricia, you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, go ahead.
So my opinion is, I feel like Angela came after Wendy. Her and Kiana teamed up to come after Wendy to take her spot because they were friends. That's just my opinion. Because Kiana and Wendy were friends, but then all of a sudden she had an issue with Wendy, and nobody still could figure out what the issue that Kiana has with Wendy. I know I can't figure it out. It just all of a sudden appeared.
Okay. It sounds like, see, Jazzy said a whole bunch, but said a lot of nothing at the same time.
Not too much on Jazzy Queen.
Hold on.
Not too much on Jazzy.
Yeah, I can hear you, Trey. I can hear you, Trey.
Can you hear me, Queen?
Okay, hold on. Everybody wait. Hold on. I can hear you, Vonda. Hold on. Everybody
Thank
mute
you.
up.
Oh my God, I
Yes.
finally got it right. I'll
Okay,
wait.
listen.
Queen, you can say
Hold
whatever
on,
you want
Vonda.
about. You can say whatever you want about
I'm
Jazzy.
not going to do
Yeah,
this
then
with you tonight.
you can say whatever
Okay,
you want.
everybody.
Say whatever you want about Jazzy.
Listen. Hold on. Everybody mute up. Vonda, mute up for me real quick.
Okay, I'm gonna
Vonda's
mute
going
up.
next, but let
Mute
me
up.
make sure everybody's good. Hold on. They said, Bobby said the Angel still owes him $5K for Jamaica. Vonda, girl, we over here talking about this episode. What are your thoughts?
Okay, let me tell you this. I think Angel is a nicey girl. The only reason why she came in and which we don't like her is because she came in on Kiana energy. And then now to me, Kiana is backing away from her instead of supporting her. Because Angel had no beef with nobody, knew nobody. She didn't know anybody, Gizelle or whatever. She came on strong with about Wendy, which she didn't just keep her own aspect of it. Like I got friends and then they'll introduce me to people and they gave me all the backdrop about those friends, but let me have my own aspect or my perspective of this friend. But she came so strong and then Wendy chopped her ass down and Gizelle was all on that because Gizelle wants to tear down any new friend. You understand that catfish thing where, oh, it was just a catfish and she said it was on Wendy. Wendy never said that. It was Gizelle. And then when in her face, Gizelle said, I'm the one that said it. She still wanted to back up Kiana. And Kiana's going to be there. But also, I believe that girl has that money. I believe she has that soft life. But she is also soft when she's always saying, my husband, and then we know as women, don't keep saying your husband. Stand on your own ass and say what you want to do. And then now we're going to demonify the husband like, girl, you bowing down to that man. But really, so what? Bow down to the man. But if you're going to stand on it, stand on it. That's what I think. I think Angel is a sweetheart. I really think she's a sweetheart. That's what I think. I think she's a sweetheart. Okay. Yes, okay. Let me shut up.
Okay.
You know, I'll talk
Hold on. Mute up for me, Vonda.
Okay, baby girl.
All right. So anybody, they're talking. Hold on. Go ahead, Patricia.
I don't think Angel is a nice girl because I thought in watching the episodes, she started to rear her ugly head and then she reared.
You went out. She must have got a call.
Here, let me pick up.
Okay, go
I
ahead.
want to say that Angel is definitely a mean girl. When the ladies, when she had first come on the show, the ladies were genuinely trying to get to know her. I feel like Wendy was a little too dark for her.
What?
And yes, I feel like Wendy was a little too dark for her because it's just this complex that she has, like, I'm better than you. Even when it had come to Jazzy, let's get into it, because she tried to stunt and was like her man was on for like 10 years and Jazzy had to quickly correct her and let her know that Darius was in the game for 7 years and now he's on the winning team. Shout out to the Patriots. Go ahead.
Jazzy is a wife to a man who had sat on the bench the entire time he has been playing football. That man is a practice player. He is not in nobody's regular games. Not only that, she's the stepmother of 2 toddlers. Jazzy needs to go somewhere and sit down. Angel's dislike for Wendy, I don't believe has anything to do with colorism. Angel said in that same interview that she had with old girl that we just watched from Power 105 or whatever. Angel said one of the main reasons that she was mad at Wendy was because Wendy was treating her like she did Nneka. Once again, we have another girl that Wendy knows, and then she's acting like she don't know her. It started with that. Then she was doing all that cackling when it was calling that girl a catfish. And to me, that implies that you are in agreement. The way that Wendy was laughing, it's like, yeah, I believe it. Or yeah, we was talking about this earlier, and now it's being brought up, and I'm laughing.
Let me
I feel
read
like
this.
those girls go ahead.
I
want to
do
read
agree.
this.
I do
Hold
agree
on.
with. I do
Okay,
agree
let me
with
read
that
this.
gentleman.
Hold on,
I do.
Vonda. Wait. Hold on.
You know I love you, Queen. I just want it's such
Hold
it's such
on.
a good
Everybody
conversation.
Listen. Y'all ain't gotta do all that here. I'm gonna make sure everybody get heard. Hold on. Lola, but I also gotta work my chat in. Cause they in it with y'all now. They following y'all. Lola 817 said Angel bragging about Bobby just tells me her marriage is trash. I think Bobby may keep Angel on her toes, letting her know she too can be a practice player. Let's go, Vonda. What you got?
And so what? Is she bragging about her old man? Sometimes we brag about our old man, and sometimes our old man fits in where we're weak. I believe she is a crybaby. That's okay. So if she wants to stand on and say, hey, Bobby, I don't want to do it. Did you see that part where he said, well, don't ask me about babysitting them kids. What do you want to do? She said, I really don't want to do it. Just tell me you don't want to do it. So that because he knows she's a crybaby. So it's okay. They do have the money. I believe Angel and them have the money, but she doesn't have the.
I keep dropping out. How is I dropping out?
Am I? Oh, okay. Somebody else. Okay. So I don't think she has like the mouthpiece to come back in. Like I'm the type of person I have to think about it after you said some fly shit to me because I'm hands on.
Hold on. I got you.
Okay.
Let's
You
pause,
got me?
everybody.
Okay,
Let me go
thank you,
to the
baby
next
girl.
person. Let me
Okay.
go to the next person. All right. Anybody want to get in on this?
Yes. I feel like with Angel does not have her own personality. I'm gonna always draw it back to when she was on the trip and she was Kiana's lapdog. Now, if anybody she was definitely a lapdog. If you really think about it, she stayed over there. Remember when Kiana had went home and she stayed back with the ladies? She had a good time. And then the next day, she totally flipped the script. Then when Gizelle had came over to give her a talk, this woman goes to crying and, oh, she didn't want to talk and all this. And then she put on the dramatics. And I think that, yeah, she got her camera time, but the camera captured all those fictitious moments that she's going to have to answer to on the reunion. Go ahead.
Oh, stop.
I'm just saying, I'm Queen. Give grace to some women that is not as strong as mouth. They don't have the mouthpiece as us.
He got the mouthpiece. If
She
anybody, hold
doesn't
on.
have
Anybody,
it only with.
no.
You think so?
He got the
Okay,
mouthpiece.
give me your perspective of it.
If
Because
anybody
I
that
think
can
she's
sit there,
soft.
hold on.
I think she's soft.
Anybody that can sit there and call you asshole lips and say you look like Forrest Whitaker got a mouthpiece.
But don't say I don't believe don't think everything is about color. Show because you could be light skinned or dark skinned and I could call you something. I'm not talking about your color. I'm just
I didn't say that. I said she got a mouthpiece. I said anybody that can call
only after in the what's that called when they go into the when they by themselves, but she can't do it amongst somebody else because she can't think fast enough. She can't.
All right.
Okay, Queen.
Look, can I say this, Queen?
I love that. I love Queen. Queen, you get me
Queen.
together. Queen,
Miss Vonda, I gotta check you on that because we were Yeah, we were giving her the praise and being a good girlfriend and being a friend and standing right there with Kiana. Why is it that she had everything to say? She had a lot to talk about and she had a lot of confessionals where she wanted to talk about it. Now it comes to your dude, the ladies, yes, they were offended. Okay, well, how long you gonna be here? We gonna get here when we get here. How are they supposed to receive that? I'm going to take it. Oh, this dude is on one. He's wild. Are we about to get a showdown from Bobby? Are we about to see the mean Bobby? Because this image that she's trying to paint for him is my husband's good. He's this, he's that. Bobby's got a temper. I said what I said.
I think so too. I think
I
so
I
don't.
don't
too.
like that.
Hold
I
on,
don't think
Vonda.
that Bobby
think
Vonda,
has
he
Vonda,
a
you
has.
gotta
temper.
let other people
I
get
don't like
in. Hold
that.
on, Vonda. I'm
Okay.
gonna mute you. I had to mute Vonda up so we can let everybody. Vonda, you gotta let them get in,
No,
Vonda.
that was me talking. I was just saying
But
I
I
don't.
don't think he's me.
Vonda, I'm muting
Oh,
you.
that
Hold
was
on,
her talking. I'm
Vonda.
sorry. I don't
Vonda,
think
you
he has
gotta
a
wait.
problem
Go
with
ahead,
that.
Trey.
No, I'm saying I don't like that narrative that Ashley was trying to pull. A lot of these girls are saying that he's abusive, or what was he doing to her at the house and all this kind of stuff. Like that's crazy. That's crazy to me. They don't know that man like that. I don't believe he has some type of anger issues. I just believe that he's allowing his wife to have this experience, but he's also like, well, damn, they not treating you right. He's seeing it for himself, and she's confiding in him the stuff that they're doing to her. How is she supposed to let go of the catfish comment when every time we turn around, y'all talking about catfish?
But let
Like,
me
what
jump
are we
in there.
talking
He's
about?
doing what a husband
Can I
does, and a
come in
husband sits
too?
up and
One
defend
thing I
his
don't like
wife.
about the thing that I don't like about about Angel is that she doesn't have she's not equipped to combat
Right.
these women at the
Right.
same time that they're coming against her. That's her
Right.
issue.
Don't blame it on that man that he's aggressive, he's angry. It's her.
Got
It's
it.
her.
Hold on, y'all. Let me get to now, Patricia. You're gonna have to be aggressive and get in here, or you're gonna get left behind. You on mute, Patricia. There you go.
I'm gonna stick by what I said. Angel has a mean streak, and she can get down with the best of them. She's just trying to play, that wife, that housewife. But let me tell you something. When she get in the ring with them and they let her loose, oh, she gonna do what she do, and everybody gonna be shocked. Not me, because I know she could do it.
She gonna do what she did to that
Well,
girl.
then she need to
Hold
do
on.
Right,
what she need to
exactly.
do
Thank you,
now.
Queen. Thank
She
you,
gonna
Queen.
do it.
She
She
told
gonna
that
do
girl,
it.
"Don't come back over in this place,"
Yeah, and that girl didn't come back over
and
there.
she ain't come back over there because Angel
Thank
But
got
you.
a mean streak.
she need to do
Yeah.
it. That's the same as what I feel like. What's her name who just came into the scene? She act like it was all about her husband that didn't want to be involved, and he was angry about it, and it was putting off that her husband was angry. What's her name? The skinny girl who always have the
Are you talking about
afro.
Stacy?
No, the new girl. She's older. She
Yes.
came.
Oh, Tia.
No, what's her name? It's so pretty girl with the color
Oh,
dot.
Monique Samuels.
Monique act like, oh no, it's about my husband, but she had a mean streak too. But she was, falling in line.
Yep,
She
I
didn't
agree.
want. Yes, so
Mm-hmm.
Angel has that, but she's falling behind her husband, and no, it's all about my husband doing it instead of
Right.
standing on herself and her energy. But and this thing about Bobby, he's so quiet. He says
Yeah.
nothing.
Mm-hmm.
This
Okay.
perspective about him being an angry black man, girl, we all got black men. They
And
be
if
like, get the fuck out of here with this bullshit. I don't want to hear this shit.
and if
So
Bobby
what?
was so angry when Angel
No, he
was
was
accused of
never
stealing money
so
from
Maybe
him, why
angry.
he still marry her if he's so angry?
No,
If
Bobby is never angry.
Right, no, that's
He's
what I'm
just
saying.
he's just being a man. A
Hold on.
man does not have that
Okay.
type of energy with the bullshit. And so
Okay.
Okay,
what?
All
so let
right.
me just say this.
Hold
Oh,
on.
go ahead, Queen.
Hold on. Everybody mute up. Because if you're not muted, it's
Okay, I'm gonna
easy.
mute up. I'm
Hold
gonna
on.
mute up.
Everybody mute up because it's too easy to interrupt when you go ahead, Tosa.
I have to challenge that because they are saying that Angel is just is so innocent. Angel is not even a girl's girl. Wendy and her knew each other. She denied that from the front to the back. Then it seems like, okay, you have these relationships. And one thing that I did want to point out, because her and Jazzy, they are wags, and we know that Gizelle is too. But if we remember earlier in the season, I think Jazzy had called her out on something that she heard, but Jazzy, I guess, went to her. But then everybody was cool. So can we get back on the fact that this woman had a good time with these ladies? Where did we go left?
Okay, let me get in. Somebody brought up Monique, and they were talking about Monique in the chat. Y'all was talking about Monique on the panel. I don't think Monique's too far off. Monique's been in the football world for a long time. Okay. I think Monique is premature. I don't think Monique has made a lot of investment in Angel to give her feedback because she didn't ask. But is she too far off? I'm not going to say that. I think Monique recognizes some signs that may have been similar to her situation. Doesn't mean it's the exact same thing. No. But when we think about what Monique went through and how she was showing up, I got this, I got that, I got this house, my man, don't come for my man, how she was. And we didn't know Chris was grabbing her by the neck, trying to choke her out. That's all I'm saying. Go ahead.
I think Monique was triggered.
Okay, can I come in now?
Hold on. Let Tulsa, Vonda, let Tulsa go.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think Monique was triggered because when you think about a woman that has, been a mother, having those children, and then when we think about the children, Monique had postpartum and, she was going through the most. So it's like, it's easy for us when we get out the situation. It's easy for us to identify and spot because that's the level that we've overcome. We were once allegedly angel. You get what I'm saying? So we were blinded. But like they said, I mean, he's already with the NFL. The ladies on the show, they have their businesses. Why couldn't this be a focus on you? No, because you were being Kiana's lapdog, and I'm going to continue to say that.
Yes!
You came in on you was messing with the wrong team. You're not on the winning team. Listen, Kiana is still trying to keep her flute, okay? And if Kiana has to bring somebody on and make them her commentary to make her look good, because you're making Kiana look like a damn saint.
Right, with her poor ass
With her
nigga.
damn with her picture frame. I said what I said.
I said, and you know what?
agree.
You're right on point. So can I come in?
Yeah, go ahead, Vonda.
So this is what I'm saying. Let me say this. Marriage is such a difficult and it's just something you cannot say. So I understand where what's her name is. Damn, I keep forgetting this girl's name. With the goddamn dragon looking nigga with his mama was talking about how she ain't
all right
shit.
now, Vonda. Monique.
Okay, Monique. Okay, damn. Bring me back to the focus. Monique cannot. To me, Monique should have kept that to herself. And she can see aspects of being dominating from a man who's paying for everything. I think Gizelle was not the person to say it to. Ashley was not the person to say it to. I think she should have shut the fuck up. This girl was doing whatever she needed to do to be a best host. Because when Monique did that, they shitted on her ass and said, oh my God,
right.
you didn't have... Okay.
You got to watch the language. It's a housewife's crowd.
Oh
Vonda.
my God.
Doing
Let me
good.
stop.
You're doing
Let
good.
me stop. I'm doing good. Let me stop cursing.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying, just as women, we do a lot of things to compensate for our men and to make our men because it's a good thing. Marriage is a good thing. Angel is in a position where now she's in reality TV. I believe she's a crybaby, and she always keeps doing about her own man, but it's not about her own man. It's what she really. I believe so. She's keep giving it like, oh, it's about Bobby, but Bobby's saying do what you need to do. Okay. Queen.
All right.
You understand
All
what I'm
right.
saying? Like, she's okay. I believe they're okay. They're doing a good thing. but please appreciate that and don't tear her down. She came in on
Man,
Kiana's shit.
I
And
got
has,
you. All right. We're gonna go to the next one now, Fonda. Now
okay.
look.
I
Now
agree with you,
look.
You know
Wanda.
I love you, Queen.
I love you too, girl. Now mute up. Mute up. All
I agree
right.
with you, Wanda, because Monique can take her trigger ass on somewhere. See, she's just doing the same stuff she was doing when she was on the show the last time. She was pulling and tugging folks' hair, dragging people, and then all of a sudden, all of that is Chris's fault. No, boo, you're just a mean girl as well. Stop.
First of
And
all,
trying to
Monique
choke
is
people with
innocent.
umbrellas.
Let me just say this. Monique is very much so innocent. Monique has done the work. And when I say that she has come back, she is doing a whole, she brought the journals out. She gave y'all, she said, oh, okay, the girls ain't gonna work. Let me show you how to work. Everybody writes something down about each other and I want y'all to read it. Hello? I mean, girl, you girls are sleeping. Are y'all here for the check? Or girl, because it seems like Monique is ready for that flute and she's dated. I said what I said.
Yes. Oh Lord.
I just had a random thought.
Hold on, y'all. Wait. It's too many
Queen,
bites.
it's hot. It's
I'm
hot
gonna
up
mute
in
everybody.
here.
I'm gonna
It's
mute
hot.
everybody. I'm
Oh
gonna
my
mute
God.
everybody. Let's go, Queen Liz. You got it.
What if the whole Stacy supposedly calling Chris, that's Monique's ex-husband, whatever, got Monique and Chris to talk, and then Chris talked to Angel's husband because they used to talk and he was like his mentor back in the day, and now Bobby is starting to see like, okay, maybe it's not all production, whatever Angel's telling him.
Maybe.
That's just a
But could I
random.
challenge that?
Hold on. Everybody wait. Hold on. Everybody wait. Hold on. Let me get my dogs quiet.
Yeah, I got my Frenchies too.
Get out.
Oh, while Queen does that, let's go ahead
You
and
got
like
a
the video.
Frenchie? Oh my God, I'm Queen. Can I make my Frenchie? Mine's is in heat now.
A little bit later. Okay.
Okay.
Mute up for me. At the end, I'm gonna let you show them. At the end. All right. Hold on.
I got the Frenchies. I got 4 Frenchies, girl.
All right, we gonna let you do show and tell at the end. At the end, Vonda gonna show her dogs, everybody. So everybody stand by when we end the show. Go ahead, Sosa.
Yes, I wanted to say, how are we challenging Monique when she is a wag or a former wag? She knows the lifestyle. She knows what it is. I mean, this is a woman from experience, even though she's not married to Chris right now, but even with the shadiness in the group. And Stacey, I got to call you out, girl. You're very much so messy, and Monique is not the one to play with. But I just feel like Monique definitely, she was triggered and she saw some things, and I don't think that it's very far-fetched. Go ahead.
First of all, Stacy is a good time, baby. And it came out when Mauricio pulled his fine ass up. Fuck what you talking about, Cal.
You know, I got to take it back. You're right, because she did the Lord's work.
That's okay.
Come on.
Listen, Stacey did the Lord's work by hooking.
Stacy is in them streets. Stacy know how to run a play, and I like when you see people like Stacy come out of nowhere when you think it's QVC and it's giving that girl. It's giving Walmart on a Friday.
What? Yes, she's giving Walmart, and she is with a white man who she acts like is paying to wait whenever they go out somewhere. She's not even fucking paying. Oh, let me stop cursing. I didn't mean to curse. But she's giving low. She don't got no money. Like, yo, even Gizelle. Let me tell you about that. Okay, before you cut me off, just let me get the one thing I'm saying about Gizelle. It's because Gizelle has been in that that world of church world, and she got shitted on, and she got
all right. Now you gonna show your dogs.
Damn, I'm still cursing. Jesus
Girl,
Christ.
I'm gonna drop you, Wanda.
I just know it's just live. I thought when the live, we don't have to.
Yeah, but it's housewives. We can like Saturday. I said, now go ahead. Go ahead,
Well,
Wanda. Go ahead.
okay,
Wanda.
so what I'm saying about Gizelle, she's an angry woman for not having a man commit to her. But the man she had that, and he cheated on her. She's a single woman. Where we see where Gizelle ever have a man. That's why she's always hating on all the other women. And she does see where when you're in this position of hierarchy and you're in a position where you're supposed to be the best woman, even in the WAGs situation.
But real quick, Wanda, I got listen. Now look.
Okay,
they say
let
you
me
drink.
shut
What you
up.
drinking? They say, what are you drinking?
I'm drinking Pinot Grigio tonight.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, I love
Yeah,
it.
it's very classy.
That's real
Pinot
nice.
Grigio. And how did you say I'm drinking? Girl, don't say you could hear that shit in my voice.
Baby,
Now you
Pinot
just-
Grigio is greasing you. Okay.
Yeah.
I love that. Sugar
All right,
beans.
everybody mute up. I'm gonna play the clip with Kyle. Everybody mute up real
Okay,
quick.
let's go
I'ma play the
into
clip.
that. Let the queen do what she needs to do because she is
Amen.
good.
Okay,
let me
mute
do
up.
it.
Mute up for me,
Okay, I'm
Wanda.
muting up. I'm muting up now.
All right. I'm gonna play the clip real quick, y'all, with Kyle being first of all, Mauricio can do what he wanna do because you had a whole girlfriend named Morgan. All right, let me go ahead and tee it up, everybody. Here we go. Because I don't really think Ashley was the main one that wanted Mauricio. I think it was a tie between Gizelle and Stacey. I think Stacey would have hit that. But so here we go. Kyle Richards has something to say.
Lord, when you say that,
Potomac, any shade towards Ashley and her flirting. Ashley. We actually talked about this the other day. I don't know how it was portrayed because I haven't seen the scenes. I saw something on Watch Happens Live, but I mean, if she was flirting, that's weird. I mean, I would never, I was talking about this yesterday, be able to date anybody that any of the women, a housewife, dated or married to. That's just weird. I don't know. And like, I'm like, you're embarrassing yourself doing that on camera. And he just bumped into them, by the way. But Gizelle, I will say, she texted me right away because she felt uncomfortable.
She needed to. Don't come off mute. She needed to because she said she would fuck him. Excuse my language. Now, Vonda, you can't curse like I curse. But she said she would get down on it. So she needed to make it right with you. You and her are friends. She needed to clean it up. She has your number. She owes you an explanation. She has a rapport with you. Ashley don't owe you nothing. And not listen, first of all, when Mauricio walked up in there, I ain't gonna lie, them black girls look beautiful. Period.
So she's like, just so you know, we just ran into Mauricio and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, all good. I mean, I don't care, everyone can do what they want. I just thought that's embarrassing.
You do care because you're talking about it.
I don't know.
Because you didn't think that Mauricio, you don't want, shut up, Queen Sheba.
Like I said, I didn't see it though. So Christina, how did you feel about
you lying?
Mo's appearance on Real Housewives of Potomac?
Okay, what are y'all's
any
thoughts
shade
on
towards
that?
Ashley and her?
Okay, let me go one by one. Patricia, what are your thoughts with Mauricio, Ashley? Gizelle tried to put it on Ashley, but I think it was a runoff, a tie between. I think Stacey wanted some of that.
I think it was Gizelle. If you pay attention, the whole time Mauricio was there, they kept flashing to Gizelle, and she's standing off in the back looking like she trying to see if he's going to go for any one of them. I really feel like either him and Gizelle have something going on.
I think they had.
Or, yeah, there you go. That's what I think. I'm gone. I mean, I'm still here, but I'm muted.
I got you. Tulsa, I know you want some of this.
Baby, I want a piece. Listen here. Gizelle is so desperate. Did you see when she had went on that dating little game with her and Ashley, whatever? So she wants some affection. And I'm just going to say it like this. Gizelle looked at him and said, we are all off limits. Gizelle was letting the girls know, hey, bitch, this is me. This is me. And if anybody gets it, y'all. And she didn't think that it was going to go that far. But Stacey, shout out to Stacey. Stacey said, bitch, if I can get the attention off of me, Come on, Maurice. And baby, they went to the bathroom. Listen, Stacy didn't give a damn how scandalous it was. We in a bathroom. We chopping it down. Did you give the
Period.
number? You know what I'm saying? And Giselle walked up like she was old girl. Like she had just caught
Yes.
her man cheating
Yep.
on her. Girl, it was giving
Yes.
Yandy, and Yandy wasn't even there on that night. Do you hear me? It was y'all need to get on up out of here. It was, you know how you be having people over at your house, your mama come, y'all need to exit on up out of here. This is me.
Invested. She was you did something with Mauricio. The eye contact, but you know you can never let nobody know. You're my little secret, and that's
That ain't
how
it, Queen.
we should. Huh?
I agree,
Queen.
Queen. I
It's
agree.
hold on, y'all. It's this. Every man wants a woman.
Can I come in? You know what? This is what I want to say first of all. Why the hell is all those 3 black women acting thirsty about
They
some
was not
kids?
acting thirsty. They were.
They
They
were.
had a tequila tasting. They acting just like you acting right now. They
Giselle
just like
acting
you acting.
thirsty, and Giselle acting thirsty because them 2 motherfucking heifers put them in. Okay, let me shut
Go
up,
ahead.
cursing.
Go ahead.
Those 2 women corralled him into some little what was that? I didn't even know what was that. Was it a bathroom?
Yes.
Yes. And then now you are, oh, they so thirsty. Who gives a if Gizelle didn't give 2 flying F's, she would not have it. I mean, my stature, I would have been like, so what? I wouldn't have been like, so what?
They wasn't acting thirsty. They had a good
They
time.
was acting.
Some of y'all
They
been at
was
home.
thirsty.
You've been at
That
home
was-
too long. You've been at home too long, Vonda. You don't know what it's like to get out and have a good time, girl.
Well, get out and get a good time, but I'm not going to be up in some little cupboard to
Yes, you
get a
would.
nigga to talk to me. And then I would have been right there on the front. What we want to do? Are we going to go out to lunch or dinner? Are we going to out?
Not after a few tequila shots. No, you wouldn't.
Oh yes, girl. I'm going to be saying that out front. Tequila.
Can I jump in?
Hold on, let her finish.
Bye.
When she mute, I needed a mute now. Go ahead.
Yeah, mute me. Come on, baby boy. You know what I'm saying.
Yes.
That's thirsty. That was thirsty.
Hell yeah, I know what you're saying, Ma.
My, that was thirsty. Yes, baby boy, that was thirsty.
Listen, bye.
Bye. Bye, yo, you gave me that back. That's okay.
All right, mute up, Vonda. Mute up.
I'm muting.
Mute up, Vonda. All right. So listen, let me go to Butterfly Sugar real quick. What you got? Butterfly Sugar.
Good evening. Good evening, Queen and Palace. I just wanted to say I think Mauricio was there to see Gizelle because there had been rumors on a bunch of different blogs that he was creeping with her before this scene even was filmed. There was rumors out here in the YouTube streets that Gizelle and Mauricio had been creeping. They were at an event in Texas where they just happened to be at the same place at the same time, and in an event in LA that they supposedly just happened to be at the same place at the same time. I think he was there to see her and the cameras happened to catch him.
Period.
Yes, ma'am.
Period. He knew where they was going to be. Somebody dropped that location.
Yeah.
Now, who got next?
Listen, when I tell you Stacy came in and she worked it like damn Pretty Woman on Rodeo Drive or Hollywood Boulevard. Baby, she came in there. She said, no. We got a matchmaking. And we need you. I'm going to hook you up. And she pushed them. And guess what? We got to give credit to Jazzy because Jazzy said, don't let your friends miss out make you miss out on your husband.
Didn't Sonny say that? Didn't Sonny say that about Destiny on Love and Marriage Huntsville?
Listen, I enjoyed this Kiki. I'm excited for the next episode.
Listen, y'all, this was a hell of a panel. Listen, but Stacey did that shit so player. Stacey is multidimensional. Stacey, there's layers to Stacey. Stacey is the quintessential intentional housewife, Angel. What is it? Quintessential.
No,
Whatever
okay.
she was trying to say.
Well, Queen, when you say a housewife, she's not. How can you even incite that to mess with somebody else's man while they're in I'm just saying while they're in divorce type of situation? I would never do that.
Mauricio is in these
Some
streets,
whole
and
shit.
so is his
That's some
soon-to-be
whole shit.
ex-wife.
That's whole shit.
Go ahead. Hold on now. Okay. Go ahead, Queen Liz.
Oh, I was just going to say, and then I have to drop down after this. What if the long blonde haired woman that we thought, remember that one picture that came out and they thought it was Dorit leaving where Mauricio and PK had their apartments or whatever? What if it was Gizelle?
She got too much booty. We would have known it was just Gizelle. Mauricio like
It was
skinny white.
wearing like an overcoat. I mean, you couldn't, I don't know. Because I mean, I only saw it once, but you just never know. I still think it was Dorit too, but yeah.
Amen.
But yeah,
right.
thank you. Love y'all.
I've always thought Dorit had something with Mauricio, period, point blank.
Yep.
Love you,
okay,
boo.
y'all. You too.
Queen
Okay, so
Queen on the real shit. I don't like how black women acting thirsty for somebody else's men who
don't worry
don't
about
even.
it, Vonda. It's a show. Don't worry about it. Nothing happened. Now go get them dogs. You up next. I'm gonna hit you on mute. Go get your dogs. Okay, for real, go get your dogs. We're about to end. I'm gonna call on you.
I am okay.
Go get them. All right. All right. So listen, thank you everybody for coming up. I appreciate y'all. It's been a hell of a segment. We're gonna ask everybody to drop down. I'm gonna give Vonda an opportunity to come up and show her dog. So everybody, good night. Thank you, panel.
Thank you, Queen.
Can I have your closing words?
Go ahead, Tulsa.
Okay, I want to say thank you so much for making my review later on so easy because I'm going to refer to this. I want to thank you so much for giving us a platform to come through. Thank you for being a girl's girl. Thank you for always educating us on, you cover a variety of topics, and this is one where I get to let my hair down. And so I just want to say thank you so, so much. You don't know what this live did for me today. Life be lifing, and I need, people like you that can come live and give great commentary and can take, my mind off the reality of what may be going through. And so I definitely want to thank you for that. So you have a great evening on purpose and continue to keep letting God use you because, you have a big support system. And I know that the devil has been trying to challenge you lately, but I want you to say, the devil has to flee. He has to get behind thee. And Queen, you keep doing your work for the Lord.
I
love
received that.
you.
And thank you. Thank you for pulling up. We have a good time over here. And I think that's what everybody's been asking for as it relates to the subscribers. They're saying, listen, can we get YouTube back to where it used to be, where it was fun? I think we're having a good time. And I think we have been for the start of 2026. We're y'all are a hoot. I like that. Y'all are a hoot. I don't mind. I'll mute your ass in a minute, but I like when y'all don't take it personal. I like when the good thing about it, I like when y'all know you're going down a rabbit hole and you're not offended when I pull you back in and we just keep going and going. And they are saying a great live. So thank you to the chat. The chat had their party tonight. The panel had their party tonight. So Vonda, stay on mute, Vonda. I'm coming. Now look.
I'm almost done.
Hold on, Vonda. I'm going to put you on the screen. Hold on, y'all. I'm going to put Vonda on the screen. Give me 1 second, everybody.
Okay, Queen. I'm going to go ahead and drop down. Thank you so much for having me.
Okay, everybody wait. Vonda, hold on. Vonda want to show her dogs. Here we go. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Let me put it on the screen. We're here. Let me see if I got it. Uh-oh, wait. Stop sharing. Give me 1 second. All right. I still can't. Okay, here we go. Hold on, Vonda. Let me see if I can. Y'all may have to help me with Vonda. How do I give her a prime spot? All right. Hold on, girl. Show us your dogs. You done turned off the camera. Hit your mic one time. Hit the microphone once and hit the camera one time. This your moment now. You've been bugging me all night. We gonna wait. See, now see. Here she go. That's my dog in the background. All right, Vonda, you ready? You ready? Hold on. Here you go. Okay, say something. Just show us the dog. We can see you. Just pick the dog. Girl, why you turn off the camera? Turn on the damn camera. Hit the camera one time. Vonda, hit the camera. She done turned off the damn camera. All right, we finna end the live. Vonda, I ain't got time to play with you. All right, y'all. That concludes the show. Here she go. One more time now. I'm going to try one more time. Don't you touch nothing. Just show us the dog. Pick up the dog and show us the dog. We can't hear you. Just show us the dog. Golly. Girl, pick up the dog. Good night.
Thank you, Queen. I hope everybody has a good night. And everybody in the bushes, please hit that like button and share this live for the Queen. Thank y'all.
All right. Vonda, pick up the dog. Don't worry about talking. Pick up the dog. Where the dog at? I ain't gonna. All right, y'all. We gonna send Vonda. She enjoyed her Pinot Grigio. That's it. That's all. All right. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in tonight. Kristen said this live and brought me out the bushes. Oh my God, y'all, this was hilarious. I'm done. Good night, everybody. I ain't even got nothing else for you. Y'all have a good night.
You all should be ashamed. How can you drink right after a funeral? Like this? Give me another one, then, Brady. Fred Sanford, you just left the house of the Lord, and now I'm in my house. All y'all ought to be ashamed drinking like a school of fish. My Bible says, be not drunk with wine. What does it say about scotch? Hey, listen. Yes, why'd you go someplace else? Why'd you go ugly up somebody else's house? Who you calling ugly, sucker?